Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right.
Such a lovely china as well.
That's sweet. I like the shape. It's like a good bowl.
Yeah, it's great.
But you do. Get out of here. Okay, that's ready. This is ready. This is ready. Yep. This is ready. Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, webisode 902, the Basculogen Podcast. Well, Brain, you want to tell us about Basculogen or Basculogen, whichever you prefer, or another pronunciation altogether? Yep, that's what I thought when I looked at it.
Basculogen clouds itself in the souls of comrades that perished before fulfilling their goals of journeying upstream.
Awesome.
No other species throughout all history's rivers is Basculogens equal. They're 9 feet tall.
Know what I mean?
They're 242.5 pounds. They're male, and the category is big fish. Abilities include Swift Swim, which boosts the Pokemon speed stat in rain, and Adaptability, which powers up moves of the same type as the Pokemon.
Thank you, Mom Brain.
How do you know I'm done?
I put it in there, didn't I?
This is the end of the Pokemon section.
Yeah.
Boy,
Nice.
that taken out of context would be rough.
I'm
How do you know I'm done? I put it in there, didn't I?
I'm an expert at that now. Thank you, Mom Brain.
You're so welcome.
Very interesting.
Thank you, first off, to the people that are joining us for this early show, because it's a little tough for me to get out the message on early shows. But some of you are here, including some people I don't usually see at the live show. Hello, Barry Bob and Tall Show and Co Boone and Burn and Cheese and Malakalo and Drake and Tony de la Mancha. And that's it for now. Thanks for joining us on this random 2:00 episode.
How's the lighting? Is it too dark in here, or are we good?
You know,
Mood
I
lighting.
turned off my
Oh,
mouse.
don't worry about it then. It just seems like a little dark, and I want to make sure we're not.
No, we're fine. We're totally fine. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. Hello, Mom Breen.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hello, Do.
Ooh,
Good to see you.
Goo goo.
We'll see Nicky Hill. I don't know where he is yet, right now, but
He's on
he
the
will be
roads,
here.
people. Be careful out there.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Hello, my best friend from college days, the one and only, the world's greatest singer, Josh Grobot. Josh, how are you, my friend?
I'm here to grace you with my presence.
Josh, I got something to talk to you about, and I'll share it
I'm
in.
feeling so great. Thanks for asking.
I'll share it in a second. There's Nicky Hill. George is here. George, how are you?
Buongiorno. Very good.
George, I think we have a question about you later today, so look forward to that.
I can't wait.
What did I? What?
George.
A man of many words.
George, you're so silly.
What did I say? Josh. Yes, Josh. And there he is. Nicky Hill is here. Hello, Nicky Hill. Good to see you.
That's what I sound like.
Yes, Josh. We're gonna go right into our non-news topics. Although this is game related. You know what? I got one that's not game related. Let me mention it real quick. What's up, Nicky Hill?
Just looking for the camera.
It's where it always is. Same spot.
Why was that the last place?
Yeah,
you looked
right.
for it?
Let me look everywhere else but
Because
the
it was
spot it
first
is.
place,
My
but
head
you
was
were
in the
like
way.
you're like perfectly lined. Not
That was a really great
nothing about you. It's I feel like it's lower than normal or something, but like
Not
that was
touched
the first
at all.
place I looked, and when I didn't see it, I looked around.
I found out something today thanks to Nintendo.
Nintendo used to make trading cards. That's where they got their start.
Nintendo.
I know that's the info. she
Oh,
told
okay.
you.
She got in touch with. I thought you said Nintendo, and then I heard playing cards, and
You did say
Nintendo, yeah, Nintendo told you the hot.
that Nintendo.
Fact.
oh,
that
you said
Nintendo-
both. Oh.
No, I didn't say both. Never mind.
You've
You said Nintendo.
No, I said Nintendo.
Oh, well, that's what I just said, and then I said Nintendo.
I know you did.
You did.
What do you?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
The hot tip is
This is
that
what happens when we do the show
the
an hour
hot
early.
tip that Nintendo gave you was that Nintendo used to do trading cards. That was just.
Is that what you said?
That's what I
Is that what
meant,
that
but I
was the
didn't.
joke.
I didn't.
Okay,
I tried to
gotcha,
cut down
gotcha.
on words.
Well, as
'cause
I've
I'm
said
usually
before,
very wordy,
and this
as
is my fault.
we can see.
The only thing to make a joke funnier is when it's explained in detail. It's completely my
I
fault.
know.
But yes, I
Well,
spoke
let's hurry it
to
up because we're already an hour in.
I
Sorry.
spoke to Nintendo.
Oh.
She reached out to me and told me something I did not know. First things first, she said Wonka's getting good reviews, which is true. It's at 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. No audience score yet. And then I found out something else, which I didn't know, and I guess I wasn't paying close attention.
IHOP.
That I want to try. Trust me, IHOP has a Wonka menu. The guy who directed Paddington 1 and 2
Did Wonka.
co-wrote and directed Wonka.
Oh.
So
And how is
I
it
said to
that
my
you
brain-
didn't know that and I did?
How is it you knew and never said anything to me?
Because I would never.
I've
in a
seen the
million years
Because
trailer.
think you
anytime we
didn't.
bring information to you, you go, yeah.
That's all right. Fair
Whether
enough.
you knew it or not, you make it seem like
Yeah,
we're
you usually
living.
No.
on top of that stuff.
I don't say like I knew it when I didn't know it. That's not me. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm shutting this down. I would never ever say I know that when I
Okay.
don't know that.
What did I say? I just said.
You Wendy Williams me.
I never did.
So yes, that is true. I usually know a lot of stuff going on in entertainment, but I didn't know that. So now it's like, my brain, we got to go see it. So it comes out next week. So we're going to go see Wonka. I definitely want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, I didn't want to see it before.
You know what it
No, but
reminds me
knowing
of?
this information, you see, this is how the world is supposed to work. You learn information and change your opinion on things. That's not how people
Or don't
usually
change
work.
your
Or
opinion.
don't. Yes, that's
Mhm.
certainly true. But yes, I have learned new information, and based on Paddington 1 and 2 and the involvement of the director in Wonka, yes, that's
mean-
enough for me to give Wonka a shot.
It could have a lot of heart, but it also, I mean, the trailer just looks like there's some missteps.
Yes, I agree. But you know what I thought that about? Paddington. Because they show in the trailer Paddington riding a skateboard down the street. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I was completely wrong on that. So fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. The fooler can't be fooled again.
The problem that I have now, though, is Paddington was at a period of time where they were like taking care of special effects and giving special effects artists the time to work on it. And unless they've really revamped things, that whole Oompa Loompa business.
I don't, and you know, I don't care about any of that stuff at all. Like, it looks weird. I know all it is what's his face's face. Everything else is computer generated. Like,
And it
literally
looks
the
horrible.
body, everything else is all, yeah, I don't care
I
at all.
just think that there's a ton of little people, actors out there that could have the roles, you know?
Yes.
And instead we get this guy who, as funny as you might think he is and as charming as you think he is, he's telling interviewers that this was his like least favorite
Yes.
role. He hated it. And
It was like a
it's
crown of thorns. Is
and
what
it's
he said.
like, you know,
Yeah.
who's this guy? Daniel
And
Craig?
I would think that, like, based on his involvement with Paddington 2, that like this was like a
That's
friendship, a
probably why
relationship
he's
that they
doing
were.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if he was a real friend, he'd just be like, "Yeah, not into it. Sorry."
Yeah, but he's into the paycheck.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting paid a ton.
Yeah.
And the other thing is they do him in the movie because as much as we don't like to say this, the stars in movies matter and people recognize him as a celebrity and they're going to go see some group of people will go see it because he's in it. Whereas if you put, you know, unless it's going to be what's his face, you know, not to go to one little person actor, but why can't I remember his
Dinklage. There's a
name?
couple.
Yeah, Dinklage. If you went to Dinklage, people
Dinklage.
would recognize him.
Warwick
Sure.
Davis.
Well, I don't
Yes,
think
people
Dinklage
would-
do it like it's not his thing either. Like,
But he's doing Toxic Avenger.
Point of order, though.
Well, that's also a different thing too, right?
Well, they're different movies, but I mean, like,
I didn't know Toxic Avenger was a little person.
well,
in the
no,
original.
but
it
now
wasn't in
now
the sense
he is. So I mean,
See,
it's
that's not. See, I don't think that's.
so.
That's reaching outside the typecasting.
but the
and
Oompa Loompas, like them being little people, was not a slight against
Well,
little
that's what I was
people.
gonna
It's
say.
just
Why do
what
they
they
have to
were.
But it is though. They're the Oompa Loompas are problematic.
I'll listen.
They're like pygmy, like the phrasing that they use. Like it's
in the
they are
books.
they're problematic.
What's
So
there's a book.
so my kind of thought process is like, I kind of wonder, and I'm not a little person, so I cannot speak for what little people want, but like, casting a little person in that role is almost like, hey, we need like a freak to fulfill this freak role. Whereas what I think the more the more inclusive thing to do would be to say like, you're the person for the role.
Hi, Cooper.
Period. And like, maybe you're also a little person, right? Or like casting people not just because, oh, we need somebody with Down syndrome to play this character with Down syndrome. Like perhaps there are actors who have Down syndrome who would be great in other roles that have nothing to do with having Down syndrome.
So that's why you're saying they went with what's
I'm not saying why or why not. I'm just wondering what the...
So I don't know the book and how they're described in the book. What if we went out completely outside of like humans, and they were just like some other critter?
Are they not? Are they human? They're orange-faced
they're
people.
like, I believe if I remember correctly, they're captured from like an island.
Well, we all know that, yeah. But I mean, I don't know that I would say they're human because what human looks like that? Unless like Wonka's dyeing their faces and their hair. Maybe he is. He's a weirdo. That could be the case. I don't know.
Well, that's just the from working on the Chocolate River so much.
Is that a sexual term?
I think it might be.
It
is now.
Chocolate River. It's chocolate waterfall.
I know.
It's the only chocolate that's churned by a waterfall.
It was a joke. Well, anyway, now that I heard Paddington involvement, I'm in. I'm totally down with it. So I'll go check it out. Reviews good. Paddington connection. That's all I need, really. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
But what's up with Hugh Grant anyway? Like, is he's a curmudgeon at this point? Like,
no, I mean, my understanding is that's how he's always been, but now he's in the point in his career where he's going to be more outwardly like this, and that's the other thing about it, like dry British humor and like having a standoffish personality as like a funny character trait versus him really being a curmudgeon. I don't know which way it's leaning. So, because reading something from him is different versus hearing him say, because then you get like, you're like, oh, he's like, needling for the purpose of humor. So I don't know what I read the same things it seems like. And I was like, oh, I don't really like this. But if you heard him say it, it might come across completely differently.
So briefly, just, a real quick look. In the early edition of the novel, they're known as African pygmies. So,
So that would make them real.
Problematic. Following criticism in later editions, they are white-skinned with golden hair.
Okay, so did the original movie aim to make it better?
So I don't know. I need to really think about this before I speak about it.
I think the original movie aimed to make it better then.
Apparently, yeah. So he didn't capture them. He invited them to come work in his factory.
And then never let them leave. Yeah.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah, right.
Because of the terrible conditions that they lived under in where
that
they
I
lived.
do remember him saying.
Hi, Backseat Studios. Good to see you.
It's been a while since I've read the book. I didn't the last time I read it, I was teaching 5th grade.
So just based on our knowledge of the first movie extensively, and our little knowledge of the book,
nothing.
It does seem like they went in a less problematic direction with the movie.
Yeah, and I'll also say of Roald Dahl, he kind of had a little bit of a crummy childhood experience, and I think
then he got that golden ticket.
He sought through his books to like expose like awful adults and also highlight like good, safe adults.
Which one is Wonka?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Tell you who's bad. Grandpa Joe. Get your ass out of bed, you faker. A prize? I'm there. I can jump and skip around. I can tongue a wall perversly.
But that's the movie.
Let me lick them berries.
What Roald Dahl meant. I mean, that he didn't.
Sure.
Although Roald Dahl was a little pervy. He was great.
That's what apparently the snozberries are.
Yeah, I bet he knows what else they taste like too. Ask Grandma Josephine.
He wrote an adult novel or something that refers to men's parts as snozberries. So Grandpa Joe's going at it.
I'm not sure about the snozberry part, but I do know
But I'm feeling hungry.
He wrote a book about like early Viagra and how they used it to like
Yeah, it's called a stick and a rubber band.
That's how we won the war.
No, that's the everlasting knob stopper.
Whoa!
But
That's our perfect point to get out here.
Veruca Salt is one of my most favorite characters
I bet.
of all time. And
I bet.
actually, as a child, my parents would refer to me occasionally as Veruca.
SD says there are many out of context quotes that can be made from this segment. That's very true.
Very nice.
Now let's get things back on track. Again, this is not specifically news related, but it is game related, and then we'll get to the big stories of the week. But
My Uncle Oswald.
no, we're done.
is
Mom
the-
brain. We're
is the
done.
Roald
We've
Dahl
moved
book
on
you wanna
from him.
look into.
The Game Awards happened. Do watch the Game Awards. I watched Game Awards. Nikki Hill, did you watch
I
the Game
watched
Awards?
some of them. Yeah.
Josh, I told you I had something to say related to you. It is about this. The Game Awards more this
That is
year,
correct.
more
Big
this year
Tetris reveal.
than any other year.
Josh.
I felt like they were long, and I had to cover for work, and I'm just sitting there watching, waiting for Nintendo stuff to come up. And I opened up Tetris.com on my laptop and played some
Oh.
Tetris while I was watching. So it was a lifesaver,
Did
Josh.
you
Thank you
win
for that
money
information.
for
Did
free?
you know you can win money just for
I
playing
did not.
Tetris?
No.
$5,000
Josh.
is on the line tonight in Tetris Prime Time.
Josh, I'm talking about playing
Did you
Tetris.com.
know you can play
Is that
Tetris
still a
for free
thing?
on Tetris.com?
Is it still a thing? Oh, the other one?
$5,000.
Josh, is it still a thing, the $5,000?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Did you know you can win money just for playing Tetris?
All
We
right.
should be
Yeah,
careful
yeah, thank
saying
you,
this, Josh, if we don't know. We're promoting
That was a
things.
really great story.
Maybe Josh is giving out the money. Who knows?
Sure, whatever.
Nowadays, it's all bingo. Play bingo on an app and win money. I see that all the time.
That is incorrect.
I tried to.
Wait, is that a new quote, Josh?
That is correct.
Josh, you're so good. You're so good. Yes, Stu?
While we were watching,
I'm a hardcore gamer.
I tried to enter those little contests. They had like a Steam Deck, like win a Steam Deck contest.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I tried to enter those, and like the websites were down immediately. And any
Yeah.
QR code you saw on the screen, I scanned them all. They were like all down immediately. So-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like live viewers. It's tens of millions of people.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people. But I don't blame you for trying. Yeah, of course. I thought about trying it too for a Steam Deck or something like that. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to even be able to get in there.
Yeah, I couldn't even load up the website. Forget
Yeah.
entering, like it wouldn't even load.
Yes, Nikki?
No, that's what I was going to say.
So yeah, the Game Awards. We had it was if you watch the pre-show, which is where they did exactly what they do during the regular show, announce
Trailers
awards,
and-
show trailers, announce games. The show was, I'm going to say, like in 3 hours and 40 minutes or 3 hours and 35 minutes. So it was long, and it seems like this year there's been some decent pushback on what the show is trying to be. Because as we all know, the Game Awards shows a lot of game trailers and reveals a lot of games, and it also gives out awards. But this year, more than any other, it seemed like the awards were really not the focus, because they would rattle off like a few categories and the winners very quickly.
There
and
was
then
one
they
run
talk about
too.
new trailers and reveals.
There was one run. I think it was for like the athletes or the what are they called?
Esports athletes.
Well,
Sure.
all of the esports categories were in the same thing. And I want to say like the first three, but maybe it was just the first two. It was the first person on the top of the list, and I was like, at least like shuffled them up or something. but then after I had my judgment, everything else was off. It was not the top person on the list, but I was just like, ooh, at first I thought I was like, oh, sensing a pattern here.
Hi, Storb Scorbson. Yes, I don't think there's a pattern there, but
No.
yeah. So most of the awards that were given out, I'd say by far, were just Jeff being like, here's the game, here's the category, here's the games, here's the winner, here's the category, here's the games, here's the winner, like in 2 or 3 minutes. And then he's like, okay, now back to trailers. So, and
a lot of exclusive.
anybody that took the stage to accept an award, they started playing the music so quickly. And Jeff confirmed afterwards they had like 30 seconds to say what they want, and then they got the screen that was like, all right, hurry it up, and then they started playing the music. So that's rough. Hi, Lanquin. Blanco says it was mainly commercials and then reveal trailers that pretend they're not commercials. The Dorito Pope will give a Hollywood guy 10 minutes to shill something, but the people we're celebrating get 30 seconds. I can't disagree with that. I know he's got a real hard on for Kojima, and I love Kojima as well, and I'm always excited to see what he's doing, and I think Kojima should get time to talk about what he's doing. That's great. But yeah, we don't also need Jordan Peele out there being like, I also love Kojima, and I'm involved with this game. How? I'm not going to tell you.
Well, that was weird because then they added too that Kojima is working with multiple film directors on this. So it's just
and we're also not going to tell you then.
Yeah, so it's interesting to like bring out Jordan Peele, who had a couple of things to say, and then was just like, it just felt like awkward.
Well, like we were saying about, first things first, I'm very excited for that Kojima project. Like, it's obviously PT. It's PT, except by a different name. That's all that it's going to be. The game is called OD. It's a horror game. Kojima walked out from the door from PT on the stage. Like it's PT. Just they can't do PT because of Konami. So I'm very excited for that. And I think Jordan Peele's involvement is cool. I don't know what he's doing, but it's nice to see him be like, this guy's be like, Kojima's amazing, and I'm excited to work on this. That's all awesome stuff. But yes, it didn't need to take up as much time as it did. Dew and I were talking about that with Matthew McConaughey. He's involved in the game. That's great. He's at the show.
That's not the
That's
character
great.
that he was voicing in the game.
That's the thing we were saying.
We saw nothing.
They show the debut trailer for this game after McConaughey's like, this is the first game I've been in. I'm an important character.
And then
here's
you
a
don't see who the
trailer with no
character is.
Matthew McConaughey at all. No voice, no likeness.
Unless he's like a pivotal character and like they don't want to give away that.
And nothing about the trailer made you think, oh, this is a character-driven story. Like
Yeah.
it just looked like some action adventure game.
Well, I also felt like, I know nothing about that game. It looks like it could be fun, but they got rid of the female character, and then you're playing as just another male character in a sci-fi game, and it was just like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if like you'll be
it
able
jumps
to
around,
choose
but-
your. Yeah, I don't know we don't know. It's the debut trailer for the game. I just think it's silly. Now, from a Jeff perspective, I get it. The studio's like, we're making a game. Matthew McConaughey's involved. We could get him at the Game Awards. Yeah, I understand that. You want to get him there, but also you got to be like, could we see or hear some of his work for the game, please?
But do we know for sure that wasn't his voice?
Yeah, we do.
Maybe he was like a phenomenal voice actor.
Not that good.
yeah.
I didn't hear
Why
anybody
don't
in
you
that trailer
say
saying,
that?
all
And
right, all right. So it wasn't him.
And I feel like you heard pew, 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 though,
Yeah,
which was as awkward
Which shows
as it gets.
McConaughey's awareness of video games. So
Well,
That's also a script. All right. That's not just him.
but I mean,
was he
doesn't
reading
care.
a script? I don't know, because I don't think they're going to be like, get up there and say that, McConaughey. It seemed like he did his little pew, pew, pew thing, then went into the script about the game.
You think he made that up? You think he made up the pew, pew, pew?
Yeah, because who's going to write that? Jeff Keighley and his team who knows video games?
Wouldn't
They're
be
not going to write
surprised. I
that.
wouldn't be surprised if someone wrote that for him.
Well, like, what else did you hear that
what
night? That
what
was
else comes
on,
in threes in the gaming world?
What else did you
we heard,
hear?
we heard
1, 2,
Kratos
3.
go off forever about like being
And
too
that-
long. That was him. That wasn't. I feel like they gave him the script like, hey, mention how funny it was that you went on for 7 minutes.
Well, I'm
Like,
sure. Yeah, I'm sure they gave him a point to say like either talk about that or you can talk about that. But then there's the part where he gets to what he's reading about the category and all that. So like
Do
he
you
did
think
his
that
little
Call
shtick.
of Duty joke was?
They did
that
not
was
write
him?
that. Yeah, that's
That was pretty hardcore.
that
Call
was
of
not
Duty,
a written
bro.
joke. Now I don't know that for sure, but yes, that's
But
not.
then he
gonna be a
said,
written
"I'm
joke.
never going to work for that company," so it had to be his own.
You would think so, yes. I'm sure
Words.
he's in the gaming zeitgeist because he's Kratos and he knows things about what's going on in the industry. So he made mention of that. I can't imagine he would just the way he spoke about it showed that he had some knowledge of what was going
Right.
on. So
The thing about McConaughey to me is just how everything came off is it seemed, and we shouldn't be surprised if this is true, but it seemed like he didn't have any, like this isn't a passion for him. He's not interested. He did a
Yeah.
movie that like our generation loves for some reason called Interstellar. And they were like, hey, we're going to make a game just like it. And we're going to put him in it. And that's why he made that little quip, like, I know a little something about time traveling in
Yeah.
space or whatever he said. And it was like, he doesn't care. They showed us a trailer without him in it. It was just like a way to get people who like that movie, who are like these basement dwellers to be like, "Ooh, yeah, like McConaughey rocks."
Well,
Oh, look, a video
It's
game.
not
with-
even basement
like-
dwellers. It's just like expanded audience people who will be like, I know Matthew McConaughey from movies, and what's he doing over here?
Maybe that's
That
the
stuff happens.
plan.
It could be a mix of both too. That
Either
stuff
way,
happens.
it
Well,
just
who are
felt so
the-
disingenuous. Like it was like
Yes.
you got thrown a bunch of money, and that's why you're here. You don't
Yeah.
give a crap about this, and don't act like you do. It was the same with the when that whole cast got up there to give the best adaptation and the best adaptation award, and you could tell like none of them even knew where they were.
Yeah.
And I love Walton Goggins, love the guy to death. The guy's awesome, and I'm glad he was there. But he faked me out. He was like, "Best game goes to," and I was like, "What category
Yeah,
is this?" And,
yeah,
and I was
exactly.
like, "Wait, this is the best game?" And then obviously
I heard that and I was annoyed. I'm like, this is on a prompter. You can't just say what the prompter says. Best game adaptation goes to. That annoyed me. Whatever, but it speaks to what you're saying. Yes, it's just
it goes
people
to,
there
like,
not
you're
knowing
gonna
what's
read
going on.
this like you're giving out an award. You have no idea what it is. Like
Yeah.
we're not even going to tell you seconds before you go out there what it is. Maybe they did.
High
but,
alternates list. Yeah, and also come on. I know you love the guy, but you're in the Fallout show. You can't do just maybe a tiny sliver of research before you go up there, like to just know what category you're giving. Like, come
I
on.
feel like it's like, don't go to the show that, you know what I mean? Because there were people there, or there were people who weren't there who were in the show. Like
Yeah.
that could have been there. They probably were asked,
Like,
and they were like, no.
Jamie Lee Curtis, who actually plays video games and knows all about this stuff. She would have been much better. Like, she's
I
a better
hope-
fit
I hope
all
she
around.
was just busy or something, because it would have been cool to have her there.
Or no, I take it back. She's not in that. My apologies. She's in the Borderlands movie.
Oh, okay.
That's so she should have been there anyway. She knows about video games. But yeah, it could, for all we know, it's an Amazon thing saying like you're in a game show, you're going to the Game Awards to present an award. But yes, I don't get how you're at the. Maybe it's just a me thing.
Well, that was 100%. Like it's the only reason they were there, right?
Yeah,
Is to
yeah.
promote the show.
But it's a me thing where I'm like, wouldn't you be some sort of nervous and be like, let me make sure I at least get this part right?
No.
But they just don't care.
I think they just don't see it as a serious thing. You know, they don't see as
Yeah.
video game awards as anything that's going to be like important, like on their level. But
And
when
the crazy
you
thing
see-
is way more people watch this show than watch the Oscars or the Emmys or any of that stuff.
Or the show that's going to be on Amazon that you were just acting.
We'll find out. Yeah. Hi, Sal Mesterling. So yeah, the celebrity thing is a sticking point. I get it. If a celebrity is going to be in a game or is involved with making a game, I get them being there at the show. I get them having some sort of presence, but there's got to be a better way to tie it in rather than giving me
Right.
somebody who clearly doesn't know what they're talking about or doesn't care.
I
what
mean,
they're
it
talking
happens very often where people are guests on other things, and you would think, from our perspective, that 5 minutes of prep is all you really need, but
Yeah.
they don't even give it that. Like, I worked on. I'll tell you.
You're
at another
backstage
time.
at this event, like you don't have not even 5 minutes to be like, what's my category?
Oh,
Okay.
well, Ric Flair was on the one show that I work on. No clue what we do there.
Counterpoint to that. He's got no clue what to do
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I feel like he's maybe
he
not.
can't even, he's got his own energy drink now called Woo Energy, and they're the sponsor of AEW. He can't even talk about it. He doesn't, the man's too old.
Woo
The man's
Energy.
too old.
No, but he also just doesn't make an effort to.
I'm
Like,
sure that's the case.
That's
Yeah.
all it really takes is a little bit
it
of
was
effort.
it was probably just like you four actors, it's in your contract, you got to go promote this at the show.
Have a little
And then-
respect for something, like the audience there physically, the audience at home, the show in general, the people putting the show together. Like, you got to have respect for someone somewhere along the way. It can't just be all you
It just
to the point that you literally don't care.
Yeah, I mean, to get up there as an actor promoting, like half promoting a video game related show and give out a video game award, and the award is for best adaptation TV show of a
Yeah.
video game, and then to be like best game, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, no, you're here for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know
You
that.
can't even piece it together.
I
That-
mean, the only thing, maybe the prompter was messed up. Let's just say.
no. I will not just say that.
Why? Because it never happens. It happens all the time.
I'm sure it does happen, but you go back and watch him say it.
Yeah, it didn't have that kind of feeling, and a lot of times I feel like if the prompter's not working, people will be like, "Oh, I wish the prompter," like they make a little.
Well, they
something.
might no.
Hey,
but
and here's an idea: read the card in your hand, Walter. How about that one,
Walton
Goggers.
Goggins. Be nice to this guy. He's actually a really cool dude. I just he probably just was in his contract that he had to do this thing. I wish he did a little more prep, but who knows?
It's
Maybe
not
he was
even
nervous.
prep.
Maybe he
It's
was
not even
nervous.
prep. It's like as you're walking out. What category? Got it. That's your prep. You're
Maybe
done.
he was
There you
nervous.
go. Best game. Can't even get out one more word.
Well, there's Anthony Mackie was out there too earlier, and I appreciated his excitement for it. Like he had
Yes.
great energy. He seems like a really great guy, but I think he had no idea that like the people at home couldn't hear the hoots and the hollering from the audience because he kept like talking to the audience, telling them to shut up, and it was awkward as you're watching it because you don't hear the audience at all.
Were they
and it
really
just-
hooting and hollering though? 'Cause-
They were yelling at him
they were
in
yelling
a
like-
good way, and he was being very supportive of
Oh,
them.
not like the crowd in
They
general.
were yelling out like quotes from the show he's
Gotcha.
on, and like things like that, and like on your left and stuff like that. But you couldn't hear it as the audience
Hi,
member
Master
watching
Higgins.
at home. So he's just like doing like an Eddie Murphy like shtick up there, where he's like, "You should have,
Yeah.
no, you're great, no, you should," and it was just like, ooh, like we can't hear the people you're talking to. Just go off the car.
Master Higgins, happy birthday. I hope it's a great one, and I hope Doctor Who special was very good.
That's hard though too to be able to.
I really like him. He seems very
He
friendly.
seems great.
But he was in a sweet spot for a real little bit where he's
For
like,
the
hey,
first 30 seconds,
yep,
he was great.
yeah,
and
and then go read the thing and
Yep.
present it. He did too much
He did
crowd work
way
where
too
you're
much
like,
of that.
no, you took it too far. He's like Will Smith before you knew Will Smith was problematic. He's right in that kind of area,
Oh, boy.
and then he took it too far. So I was like,
yeah, I
he
guess.
kept going with the crowd, and I'm like, oh, stop.
It
Now
was
it's getting
awkward.
bad. But, let's say I don't have any other reason to believe that it was just from excitement and enthusiasm.
think
So
so.
that's fine.
And it came off like that. It came off. He was
Yes.
really excited.
He's the only celebrity I can think of. Well, besides, what's his face? I already forgot. I said it earlier.
McConaughey.
The guy with Kojima.
Oh, Jordan Peele.
He seemed like genuinely interested in what it was going on and being happy to be a part of Kojima's project. But
For
Anthony
sure.
Mackie, out of all the celebrities, seemed like one who was genuinely enthusiastic about what was going on.
And it
So,
was cool that he got to announce like that his show Twisted Metal was renewed too. So
Mhm.
like that was probably a high for him as well. Because like
Yeah.
I mean, who thought that was getting renewed? Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Did you guys watch it?
no.
I watched 3 episodes of it. It's actually pretty good. I just never went back to it.
I heard it was not bad. The trailers
Not
made it look.
bad. So it was good.
I thought the trailers made it look particularly bad, but I've seen plenty of trailers
No,
that have misled me
not-
before. Once again, Paddington.
Not
so-
bad. Not bad is bad.
Wasn't not bad.
It helped.
Wasn't
that
it not?
I'm lost.
True or false? Think about that
Pew,
all the
pew,
time.
pew.
So
I really did.
yeah, between the celebrities and the developers winning awards for games and being shuffled off in 30 seconds,
or not getting anything. Like when they
or not
like
getting
you said,
anything.
they just announced the winners.
They
and
either
then-
were red and that was it, or you got 30 seconds on stage and you're played off by music. The show shouldn't be 3.5 hours long, and that's the treatment. You could cut an hour from that show and give people more time on stage without a doubt. Just
Yeah.
cut the announcements in half. But again, I get it. People watch for the announcements. The majority of people watch for the announcements, and they don't care to hear from the people accepting the awards. I understand it, but there's a better sweet spot you can hit.
There's got to be a better way. I mean, what's nice is
Hi,
that,
Harley and Tom.
for me anyway, is that there aren't commercials. So the commercials are kind of like these
It's all
trailers.
game commercials. Yeah.
So for me, I really enjoy that, but
Sorry.
I totally understand where it's a huge deal for some of these creators, and they don't really get the time to kind of
Yes.
bask in it, which I think they should. Because when you see somebody up there thanking people and they're getting emotional and they're talking about this thing that they work so hard on, it's like it's tough to not get swept up in that kind of energy.
Hi, Darmani.
And you don't get to, a ton of people don't get to see that because, like you said, that we have to like jiggle Sean Murray's schnozberries while we're up there. Look, the new
He
game,
really rubs you the wrong
well,
way.
Look, I'll never.
Who?
Sean Murray's the
Hello
guy,
Games, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Now,
I guess I didn't see what happened there.
Well, no,
He announced the new game.
but like
Oh.
they showed the trailer and they came back and Jeff has like tears in his eyes because his hero showed his trailer. I love that stuff. Like I love that kind of emotion that Jeff shows where like Kojima comes out and he gets choked up because like there's a mutual respect there, somebody who he looks up to so much. And I really like that stuff. But yeah, like, you know, these aren't gods. They're normal people. And there's other people who need to be like, we all know Sean Murray. We all know Kojima. Like there's other people who we don't know who are getting awards right then and there that we didn't get to hear anything from. So like things like that, I can see where you're coming from, where you think that
this is
would
their
be
time. This is the industry moment.
Yeah.
Like there are other game awards that happen, but they don't reach the audience that this does. So when you get to this audience, this is the time to get those people out there and let them speak.
Did you say it? Sorry if you already did.
Let me speak.
But it felt like more than half of the categories were on those rapid fire lists.
I
So
think-
those people don't get to say anything.
I think way more
that's
than
what we're
half.
talking
Yeah, I want to say like 75%.
So they don't even get their 30 seconds to say thank you.
And remember-
they're just out.
So many more were announced during the pre-show too, and nobody takes the stage at the
Yeah.
pre-show. It's not even hosted by Jeff. It's hosted by that other wonderful woman. I can't remember her name, but that's just hi, Freddie Fro. Yeah, that's just blah, blah, blah,
She
that's a
said
rattle.
something. I think she said something about like a family or father or something that was in the business. Like I don't know who she was. Who is she?
I don't know who she is other than she does the pre-show. But yeah, whoever's writing her stuff, that's the B or C team. That poor girl trudges through that stuff with a smile on her face and as much humor as she can inject into it because it's rough.
she's a real pro.
I give her all the credit in the world because she's like, she's getting paid. I'm sure she's getting paid well. It's nice to be in front of a big crowd, but she's like, I got a half hour, just me going through this schlock. Like I'm saying the dumbest crap that I can possibly be saying. So it's rough. Salamaster Link says, what do you guys think is a better game award show that better celebrates the people in the industry? I think the Dice Awards, because that's the only other game awards. Yeah, Dice Awards are really good. Just they won't have, I think the Game Awards need to be the show that do have reveals of games because that gets more eyes on it in general. But also that's the way to get the developers out there too, to get the audience to see them. And even if they think they're not interested, they'll become aware of them. And I think that's important. So there just needs to be a better mix of reveals and trailers. And like it should be 50-50 at the very least. It should be 50% game trailers and reveals, 50% people taking the stage. I get maybe not everybody can go up there and take the stage. That'd take too long. But the vast majority of categories should have people on stage
How about
accepting
just
awards.
take it back to the regular timing of the award shows so that, like what you said, your commercials are the reveals. Done. Like it doesn't. It seemed like, you know, the actual award show was the break from the commercials. Like it shouldn't be that way. So just control yourself a little bit with this. Like everybody, yeah, maybe if people are throwing themselves at it or something, but set a limit and keep to it.
Yeah, you're right. There needs to be a limit without a
And so
doubt,
like
and that would help
you can
everything.
pace the whole thing out so that it's not just like how about this reveal? Whoa, we got a new reveal.
Yeah,
I
you
got
have,
another
like, three
reveal.
reveals back to back to back, and it's like these need room to
They
breathe.
also-
and we
wait-
need developers accepting awards.
And when each reveal is hyped to be this huge reveal, it diminishes the whole thing.
Yeah, how about like, I don't know, 2 awards presented and then a reveal, and then keep that cadence.
Sure, but
that
but
still leaves more than enough time
just
for like
because
10
it's-
reveals.
Just because it's the internet doesn't mean they can't pace it out like a regular award show
Yeah.
where it's like we're gonna do.
Well, that's why I'm saying this
Yeah.
show this year is getting a lot of pushback because it was 3+ hours.
Well, which I guess
So
is,
few awards presented on stage and an insane amount of reveals. So.
but the Academy Awards and stuff like that, they run for 3 hours or so, right? So I guess they justify that. But the thing is they're not just rattling off a
Yeah.
list of like,
And they don't even get to all the reveals on stage. They do a show earlier in the day, but you get the majority of that show is people getting awarded and giving speeches. limit the speeches to a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Like, I get it. There's got to be a limit, but those people need to take that. That's why you're putting this on. Don't call it the Game Awards if it's not going to be this. Then call it the game reveals
trailers
or something.
Yeah.
Hi, Vachi. Someone said in the chat, I'm sorry for not crediting you. I don't remember who it was. They said, make it 2 days. Day 1 reveals, day 2 awards. Great idea. That's fine. The people who really care about games will tune in for both. The people who only care about one aspect will tune in for whatever that is. So I think that's a really good idea. Or
just call it E3 and be done.
Winter E3 is the thing I keep seeing all over the place. They're like, this is just Winter E3. Yeah. And that's fine. Except it's like we said, it's ruining it's ruining the show for developers because they don't get the time they deserve that they never ever get.
No, but make it an event.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And make it a Winter E3 and give people the time to talk.
He gets reveals that are E3 worthy, certainly. So yeah, there's something there, and not everything's broken and not everything's wrong. We're just being extra critical because of this year because there's a lot to talk about. But there's something to it. I've liked other years a lot more, but we're leaning more towards years lately that are all about reveals and less about the rewards or the awards. So there's something there. There's a framework that works. It just needs to be honed in. And I'm sure next year is the 10th anniversary and they'll do something special. And I'm sure Jeff never ignores feedback. So I'm sure there will be changes. We'll see what happens.
Buried in all those reveals was maybe the greatest reveal of all. That Sega video was
Sega killed it.
Amazing.
Sega killed it. I could not believe that happened. And as the trailer was going on, I was like, this is everything I would have ever wanted from Sega. This is amazing.
I missed that. What's that?
You really didn't see it?
No.
So it started with 2 people sitting on a couch.
It feels very old school Sega Genesis.
They have like an Altered Beast arcade cabinet behind them, and you can hear they're playing Sonic. Then all the power goes out in the city, and when it comes back on, like things get sucked out of their room into another world, but it's things from Sega games. So it's like a Viking helmet and boxing gloves, and I was going to say shovel. Sega didn't just reveal one game. They revealed 5 games, and it's all classic IP, brand new. New 3D Streets of Rage, new 3D Golden Axe, a new 2D hand-drawn Shinobi, a new Crazy Taxi, and a new Jet Set Radio.
Oh, wow.
And they revealed them all at once in the same trailer in like a minute and a half.
Disarming. I thought I was back. I thought I was 12 years old, and I thought I was watching an old commercial. And it took me like a second to be like, these graphics are new. Like, this is familiar. These are new. And then, like, by the end, I was like, my head was just totally off my body. It was unbelievable.
And it ended with the guy looking at the camera screaming Sega like they used to.
And he goes, Sega.
I just find it so funny that Sega now is like, hey, we should do what made us really popular back in the day. And I did an interview later where they were like, it's time for us to get back to that spirit that we had in the 90s. They're like, that's what we're channeling now, where we're like, we're going to have that kind of personality, that kind of vibe. And I mean, who knows when these games are going to come out? Some of them certainly look like they were near completion. Other ones, they all looked good for what they were shown, but it's obvious some are further along than others. But it's great. Like Streets of Rage in 3D for the first time ever. I'm excited for that. It looked really Golden Axe we've seen in 3D before, but that Golden Axe was not good. This Golden Axe was very clearly inspired by the Golden Axe games that we love brought into 3D. So I'm excited for that. Shinobi looked awesome. It's like a 2D side-scrolling hand-drawn Shinobi that looked really good.
It really looks awesome.
And
Crazy Taxi looked over the top with all kinds of crazy vehicles in it. So I'm all about that. And it's been so long since we've seen it. Looks like there's some new mechanics there, being chased by police and stuff like that. So that's cool. And then what am I forgetting?
Can you sing me the
Jet
song?
Grind.
Oh, Jet Grind Radio. What?
Where you're around the campfire and you got to kick the dude's pack to get your...
Oh. So
that song plays in my head when like a kid is like...
She's talking about Golden Axe, by the way.
Yeah, when a kid's like really misbehaving and like running around and people are trying to like, you know, like get the kid reined in. Like I hear that song in my head, and I just want to kick the kid. I
Radical
don't.
Defect says, or Master Higgins on their birthday says, bring the Offspring back. That's the question about Crazy Taxi. Will it have an Offspring only soundtrack like it used to? The Offspring's not doing anything. So
Was it Offspring only?
always.
I remember the.
Yep. You know what else? On that matter, bring back Pizza Hut, the exclusive sponsor of Crazy Taxi.
Wow.
It was, you could drive 2 Pizza Hut locations in Crazy Taxi.
What a time to be alive.
Bring them back. Bring them back. You know, they really should do an Offspring soundtrack. I'm sure there's plenty of Offspring songs I have not heard.
And they should
It
also
feels right
do a
for the
branded,
franchise.
like tie-in there because
Yeah.
why not?
Why not? And if they don't do, if Sega doing all this, they already know. If they don't bring back Offspring, people are going to be upset.
Well, I feel like
so
they're
either
doing-
you
yeah.
bring back Offspring or you find like this is our new band for Crazy Taxi, and I don't know who that is.
If they just showed one of those 5 games and said they were renewing it, that's a different story. They showed all 5, and that makes me think they know exactly who they're talking to.
Yeah.
So getting the Offspring or getting a Pizza Hut sponsorship isn't out of the question, I don't think, because it's like we're making these for these like old guys that were like playing this when they were younger. Like that's what it feels like, at least that commercial especially.
And it runs the gamut of like the old guys for us with Golden Axe and Streets of Rage, plus the newer old guys, Crazy Taxi and Jack Ryan Radio. That's from the same era. So and Shinobi's our era as well. So yeah, it's a mix of our generation and the generation after us. It's great. It's great. Obviously, we need to see the quality of these games. We need to see who Sega's working with. I don't know if Sega is doing these in-house or partnering with developers. From the looks of the games, it looks like they're partnering with a different developer on each one, which I applaud them on. Find a developer that knows the spirit of those games to bring them back, which is what they did with Streets of Rage 4, and it worked out perfectly, and which is what they did with Sonic Mania, and that worked perfectly. So I think Sega is like, we might not have the know-how or the teams that we used to make these things, but we can find the teams that have passion to do these things right. So, and Sega can help steer them in the direction. So I think that's awesome. Again, a lot to learn on all that stuff, but we will find out where it goes.
What's the show with Anthony Mackie?
Twisted
Metal.
Master Higgins says, if Josh wants to sing me a birthday song, I wouldn't object. Don't want to disrupt the flow of the show, though. Well, it's really up to Josh,
whatever.
actually. Oh,
I'm the star of the show.
Any chance? Josh is not having it. You ruined it. Josh is the star of the show.
I'm the star of the show.
Oh my God, how embarrassing!
Sing the Beach Boys, man.
Is that you, George?
Of course.
Oh, it was George?
I thought it was George. There it is.
Beautiful, George.
I'm like,
Josh.
sorry, I got a text. I got to answer. Yes, train of thought. I was going somewhere. Oh, there were other great. Since we've shared our gripes about the Game Awards in general, we could talk about the good stuff. There were trailers for reveals that I was very excited for. Can I remember the names of the games? No, but the game from this, what's their name? House, the developers of Untitled Goose Game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, looks so good.
Great,
Yeah,
looks
that kinda
great.
looks
I don't
really
know,
funny.
man. That looks like a ton of fun. Adventuring with friends out with. Well, you're these weird creatures. I don't know what. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It looked great. I was really, really into that. The new game from the Inscription guy. Give me that today. Give me that right now.
What was that?
It's what's it called? Pony Island 2. It was shown during the pre-show,
Pony
so I don't
Island,
know if you saw it.
I
that was
didn't
our
see that.
earlier game.
Yes, right away as soon as I saw the first screen, because it's a sequel. By the way,
It's a sequel to
Pony Island is a game that Inscription guy made before Inscription. The sequel got announced. The original is only on PC, and he put it on sale to go with this. It's like 87 cents or something. Like it's a ridiculously low price, so you can go play it. But
But
it's
only
got a
on
lot of
PC.
the say. As far as I know, it is only PC, but it's got a lot of the same sensibilities from Inscription. This sequel looks amazing. If you liked Inscription, you're gonna want to play Pony Island 2 without a doubt. You need to look up that trailer because you'll definitely get Inscription vibes from it. It
Yeah,
looks
I missed
awesome.
the,
Looks awesome.
I missed the
awesome.
pre-show, so I didn't see that one.
Let me bring up. I really want to give time to the things that were shown.
I'm sorry, you only have 30 seconds.
I thought Light No Fire, the No Man's Sky thing, looked kind of cool. I like the idea of that. And if
So
You only have 30
is that
seconds.
the trailer that it was like it showed a bunch of No Man's Sky things and they had a bunch of subtitles for different things? So it was like that. Is there that many variations of No Man's Sky?
I think there are, and I didn't realize that because they've been updating it for like 8
Game's
years.
been
now.
updated, yeah, like on a semi-monthly
So they're not like
basis.
separate or they're
All
not
in
expansion
one.
packs.
It's
all
all
in
it's
one.
all free, just updates. Like they keep updating it to make it better and adding new things. And yeah, I mean, I think that's awesome. I wish, I played the heck out of it when it first came out. I didn't have the stamina to stay 8 years and keep playing it, but one of our friends has, and he actually, what's funny is he just texted me this second with a link of the announcement for the Light No Fire game, and I texted him back. I was like, we're talking about it on the podcast right this second. I didn't have the heart to tell him that we found out 2 days ago like normal people would have, but is proud of him
That's
Oh,
right.
for finding a video game news story.
That's right. Yeah, No Man's Sky launched a very rough reception because it was nowhere near what they said it was going to be. But Hello Games has really they turned a corner years ago with that game, and they never abandoned it. They offered everything they said they would, and now 6+ years of stuff after that as well, with something just coming out last month. Like they've put in so much work that my disappointment and anger with them to begin with, that's completely gone. They've gone above and beyond. They've done it right. So with this new game, I'm willing to go back to square one and be like, I'll follow your
And I
excitement.
think it'll probably be similar to No Man's Sky, where it comes out.
Oh,
it
it's a
might
brand
not
new
be
game.
Brand
might not
new.
be exactly what they had hoped day one, but he even said like, I want to be updating this game 10 years from now. So
Yeah.
if they do it like they did No Man's Sky, I mean that game looks like it could have like a really high limit for the things
Yeah.
that you can do. It looks like
I like the
what's pretty
idea
cool.
of an open world game.
Light No Fire.
I like the idea of an open world game where he's like literally open world. Like it's a whole world and you go around wherever. So they've proven through No Man's Sky that they have the bones of that idea. So to take just one world and flesh that out, I believe they can do it.
That could be great. And with the little and he was like, you'll see a mountain, but like an actual mountain, not like a video game mountain.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you supposed to get up that? And then they show like little animals that you ride that like fly. And I was like, this is going to be awesome.
The trailer they showed did a great job of showing the sense of scope and scale in the game and showing you like, oh, yes, that you could really go to that mountain.
Exactly. Don't be overwhelmed with how big everything is. Because look, you get to ride on a little winged beast.
So I got a whole list of everything that was revealed. An excellent reveal. So happy to see it. Long overdue. World of Goo 2. So happy to see that.
And I missed that pre-show.
The pre-show's
that
reveals
wasn't
were
the
better than the
pre-show.
main show.
Was that a pre-show?
That was in the pre-show.
I don't remember. All I know is I'm
remember
saying
because I didn't see
he
it
would
and I
have
watched
reacted to World of Goo 2. Yeah. But yes, great reveal. So happy to see that. No platforms announced yet. I'm going to tell you, it's coming to Switch without a doubt. By the way, there was that thing like a lot of trailers didn't say Switch on them. It's obvious they didn't say Switch on them because it's going to be the next Nintendo system. They're not going to say Switch because it's not going to Switch. It's going to go to whatever comes after Switch. That's
that may
why.
have been the very last trailer of the pre-show then, because I know I saw it.
I believe Jeff announced that one at the end of the pre-show. I think you're right, but I don't think it was what's her face. I apologize to her. I don't remember her name. So World of Goo 2, yes, awesome to see. Another reveal, I believe, from the pre-show, Thrasher, which is a music game from the people who make Thumper. So I'm 100% in. Looks just like Thumper from an art style perspective, but it's a different kind of music game. So I'm down with that. I'm not going to read everything that was revealed, but all the things I'm not going to read everything that was revealed, but all the things I guess I deem exciting. If I miss anything, somebody in the chat wants me to say something, let me know. Dead Cells, the studio behind Dead Cells, Motion Twin, revealed Windblown through an animated trailer. Dead Cells is amazing. I'll follow that company wherever they go. They're doing a Jesus, I don't know. It's co-op. It looked amazing. Fast combat, like that trailer's awesome. I'm so in for that game. Windblown is the name of the game. Harmonium the Musical was announced. Now, I don't particularly like musicals, but I'll give any musical a try. And there have been games, especially recently, that have taken a musical approach to games. And I don't mean rhythm-based. I mean like a traditional musical,
Speaking
but
of
in the video
musicals,
game world.
Did everybody get the big Rodgers and Hammerstein news this past week? Or fairly recently?
Really throwing us off the rails
No,
here.
I haven't seen this.
Thank you, Do, for
You got to speak up.
trying. Sound of Music,
That's not new.
the movie
The Nazi
version.
musical.
So Christopher Plummer plays Captain Von Trapp, and it's not his real singing voice
Okay,
when
yeah,
you
I saw
watch
that.
it. That's why I love you, Do. So they actually released his original, like his singing voice, without the dub over
Oh,
top
boy.
of it. No, it's lovely.
It's sweet.
All right.
It's sweet.
It's just lovely. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I know why they didn't use it, but like they could have used it and it would have been fine.
He's not 1950s good, but he's good, or whatever year it was.
If you haven't seen it, it's lovely to watch.
As Stu said, all about Nazis. If you like Nazis, give it a watch.
Give it a watch, Cease.
I saw it on TikTok. That's how I saw the
Yeah.
little clip
Yep.
of him actually singing. I
Oddly
was
enough,
like, oh.
my TikTok algorithm did not feed me that.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do
So
that.
yes, Harmonium the Musical, cool idea. As we said, Pony Island 2, Panda Circus. Why did my phone do that? Did
I'm
you just
sorry.
airdrop
I hit
something?
airdrop by accident.
Something good?
Okay. Usual June. This looked awesome. Usual June has such a cool art style, and I do. Oh, you weren't watching the pre-show.
I don't know any of these things that you're talking about, which I'm
The
really
pre-show
upset at
killed it
myself
with
now.
announcements.
I didn't even know
Usual
there was a
June,
pre-show.
it's being worked on by Finji, the same people who did. Help me out. The Fox game that I love. I never remember the name.
Finji? There's a town called Finji?
It's on Switch. I love it. It's about puzzles. It's dressed like Link.
Tunic.
Made by Finji's involved in there. The Tunic people. This game looked awesome. Supernatural looking action adventure. So it's Zelda-esque, story focused, cell shaded art style. But I wanted to text you about it, but I was too busy covering
Tunic
stuff.
and Night in the Woods, someone's saying in here. Is that what you'd say?
Yes. I wanted to text you about it, but I didn't because I was covering stuff. It's animated like Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on everything. Give me a second. Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
It's animated like them. So some scenes are on the 2s, some scenes are on the 3s, and I was like, this is so
I've
awesome.
heard of that.
But I didn't text you about it. Nope. You know, we saw another trailer for Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, which isn't a new game, but I'm excited for that game. I think that looks really cool. Nope. Just scrolling through the list of things I want to talk about. Rise of the Golden Idol looks really cool. That was announced for Switch. There you go, but who knows when that's coming out. No. Oh, this looked cool. Tales of Kenzera Zhao, which is an EA Originals release from a developer. He worked at another big company. I forget what it is, but he started a new company called Surgeon Studios. The guy took the stage and was like crying, talking about his game because it's like a tribute to his dad. Mom Brain, you saw it.
Yes, it was lovely.
And he revealed this game, Tales of Kenzera Zhao. It's a 2D. It looks like a Metroidvania. It looked really cool though. I'm down with that. Nope. A Tale of Two Sons is getting a remake that leaked before the event, but we got a confirmation on that. Sadly, not Switch, but if you haven't played A Tale of Two Sons, I heavily recommend that game. Great game. You control 2 characters, one with each joystick, but it's not anywhere near as challenging as you would think it would be. Or you could play with co-op with somebody else.
There's a new Mana game that looked cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. We have Hellblade: Senua's Saga. We got a brand new trailer for that, but no release date yet. But the game looks fantastic. Yes, Visions of Mana was announced. The first new Mana game in 15 years. I don't know, not a remake. Brand new Mana game. I was so pumped for this. I wish it was Switch. They didn't say Switch. I would imagine it's going to be whatever is after Switch. There's no way Square Enix isn't going to bring that to Nintendo's next system. Right. Nicky Hill was excited for this. Jurassic Park Survival.
Yeah.
It was just like a I don't know. It's just
Did they see any gameplay? It was just that it was just like a
It was
cinematic trailer.
Very no. I think I think at one point it showed something where it's like first person.
At the
or
very
something,
end,
like
they showed like
puzzle or
a
something.
10-second first person esque. Yeah. It just looked
But
like
then I
Jurassic
looked it
Park.
up, and Jurassic Park Survival was like an IP from early 2000s that got scrapped, and it was supposed to take place like during or after or whatever Jurassic Park 3. And so like they revived it, or like somebody else picked it up, and I just like that it's taking place right after the first one. It was like somebody was kind of left behind, like somebody that you never saw or whatever.
I'm
and you're
intrigued. I mean, it could be
like,
good.
and then of course it's just like full of just nods to the
Well, that's-
movie.
Gotta hit him with the
That's-
nostalgia.
To be honest, that's what turned me off about the trailer. But who knows? I'll give it a whirl.
Ikumi Nakamura, who used to work at Tango Gameworks and did that game that I haven't played, Tokyo Ghostwire, which I've heard good things about. She left Tango Gameworks and now she's striking out on her own. She took the stage at the Game Awards now see, that's what I want more of.
Is that the one? There was like a really awkward moment where she like, is that what's the game?
Her game,
Continue.
Kimori?
I think that's the one where she like the whole thing was like, we will be seen, or what was it?
I don't know. You haven't said anything yet, so I'm waiting.
Forget it. There was one woman, I don't know anything about her. I
Yes.
can't remember her name. I can't remember the
Yes.
game. And she did some sort of like salute, it looked like, and nobody reacted, and she just stood there and was like, okay, thank you.
She was doing her posing. Yeah, that was the woman. Yeah, she was awesome.
The motion she did, and the fact that it got like no reaction, I was like, is this offensive? Like, should this not be happening?
Just, you know what it. I'm not going to say for sure what it is. This is my impression. It's a bunch of American people in an audience seeing a Japanese person do like poses and things, and they're like, "What's this weirdo doing?" And that's what it was.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I just felt
But yes,
very
she revealed.
uncomfortable.
Why?
Well, it would be a shame if she got canceled the second after she just announced her new game.
See, that's what I want to know. Why do you automatically go to offensive just because nobody made any noise? You're like, oh, she gave like a Nazi salute or something. She's just posing.
It was some sort of, it was just like a thing, and then it got, I don't know if it got like no reaction.
I know
if it got no reaction or a negative reaction because the camera's on her and she was like, oh, okay.
See, I watched it and didn't. She's not a native English speaker, first off, but yeah, she was just doing her. You know why I liked it? Because she is clearly a very unique person. Came out there and did her thing, and was like, "Thank you very much, everybody," and left. And I was like, "Good for her." She's like being.
I felt great for her up until that point. And then I was like, "Oh boy, is that something that I'm not aware of? That's very offensive to people because there's a lot of those things."
Nope, just she was different from your average person, and that made people uncomfortable. She did not do anything problematic in any way, shape, or form. Just a different culture. That's all it was. So yes, she's not canceled. Everything's fine. But she showed her trailer, or the trailer for her new game, Kimori. And it was just a quick, like 15-second
and
animated
that was the people
teaser.
Jumping around and like there's graffiti. Like
yes,
right?
It looked
That's
awesome. And the main character in the game is doing a lot of what she was doing, which is why I think she did it even more, because that one of the main characters goes flying by the camera and does like the eye pose and swings by and does another pose when she lands and does the so the game, it's very clear that the game uses this hand pose. Sorry, audio listeners, I'm making a square, an upside down square. In the game trailer, you see people,
An upside down square.
Well, I would do it
and
like
it's
I would
clearly
do
a
it.
rectangle.
It's also a
Well,
rectangle.
yes. Well, I can't make an exact square, but she's doing like it's.
What is an upside down square or upside down?
Well, I was saying
rectangle?
upside down for how I would do it with
an
my
upside down
hands.
square is an upside down square.
That's
It's
what I
a
thought.
right side up square.
Yes, I'm saying my hand pose. If I was doing it naturally, I would go like this, but I'm going like this the other way around. Give it up. So naturally for me,
I get what
my
you're
dominant
saying.
hand is have. I would not normally flip
So the
my dominant
square's
hand.
not upside down. Your
Yes.
hand feels upside down.
Yes, it's like left-handed or right-handed. If you were going to make a square, which one feels natural to you?
Okay.
But a rectangle, she made a rectangle with her thumb and index finger on
That
both
I picked
hands.
up on.
There you
that
go.
she did that,
Okay.
and then that was the very
And
first
in
thing
the
you
trailer,
saw in the trailer.
you see, yes, in the trailer you see that, and through the rectangle that's made with
You
the
see, like,
fingers,
the
you see
demons.
another world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something in the game, which like that's a cool idea.
And wasn't that the whole thing? It was like we will be seen or something. I thought that's what it
Yes.
was.
Yes, because
Oh,
the
so that does make
studio's
sense.
name is Unseen, and the game's name is Kemuri, Kemuri. So yes, looks interesting. Probably a very long way off. Big Walk is the name of the game from House, the Untitled Goose Game developer. We've talked about that already.
Now, do we know any more about it than what we saw in the preview?
That was the reveal. You learned everything we've seen.
Because it just looks like
Weirdos going around on an adventure.
which is basically us in life.
I love it. I love the idea so much.
And I hope that we can all like play together.
Oh, that's all real people playing together. Yeah.
Like online.
Yes,
and
that's
All
what
the
it's
way
gonna be.
through too, maybe.
It would well,
It's
wow.
100%
You know what?
online
You know what?
multiplayer.
Wouldn't that be a nice first for all of us? If all of us could play one game together all the way through with you, Rami.
Well, I'll remember these words because I'll remember these words. That's all I'll say. But yes, that game looked right away. I was watching it. I'm like, I'm so sold on this. And I looked at Mom Bray and I was like, you're so into this, aren't you? She's like, oh, this is my kind of thing. So yeah, that looks great. Another one I'm very excited for. Moon Studios, the developer of Ori, revealed No Rest for the Wicked. That looked awesome too.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Really cool art style. It looks like
But they're not
Zelda
getting
and
overworked for
Darksiders
this
together.
one, right?
Well, this is the new management and all that stuff. So keep fingers crossed for that, of course. But yes, that looked cool. Really awesome trailer.
I was excited for that until I saw that it's like a 3/4 view. Like
Is it?
something-
I'd have to watch the trailer again.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it being like that. Maybe it was.
But it is. It says they said it's an action RPG, so it's
Yeah.
not. The dungeon crawling thing was harder for me.
It says action RPG here
I
as
also
well.
didn't give it a shot.
What do you mean dungeon? Zelda's a dungeon crawler, like.
Well, no, the roguelike, I guess.
Ah,
right?
yes, that
That's
is
what,
not how it's been described. So
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like,
just
for some reason,
action
I don't
RPG.
understand. I feel like more and more games are have that perspective, that 3/4 perspective.
You're making me want to go watch the trailer again. I didn't notice it, but I was covering, so I was paying more attention. Is it coming to Switch?
That's how I took it. Is it like a
Three-quarter view?
Diablo kind of look or whatever is that what that's called? 3/4?
Yeah,
fair.
if like the camera's like up and pitched down a little bit, yes. But I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero got an official reveal, but we kind of knew that was coming. This one, again, I'm sold. It's from Don't Nod, so I'll play anything Don't Nod makes. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, which I saw a lot of people comparing to Yellow Jackets. It's clear something goes on with this group of girls when they're kids, and then 25 years later, when they're adults, it's coming back to haunt them. It's going to be a narrative-focused
really
adventure
cool.
game. I'm down, 100%.
It's got Stranger Things vibes,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, that did look good. I know what you're talking
Don't Nod, narrative, love the art style. It reminded me of Life is
Yeah.
Strange, so
Yes.
I'm down.
Okay, yeah.
Down,
Now I know
down,
what you're
down.
talking about.
100%.
But then there was another one that's based off the Dead by Daylight series.
Yes.
Casting of Frank Stallone.
Yeah, Frank Stallone.
Close enough. Yeah, that's a new solo game. Yeah, based on a Dead by Daylight franchise. We did the Sega thing. Yes, this was a brand new reveal, first time ever, except for Nicky Hill, who saw it, I don't know where.
I swear, I
Arcane
knew the game was coming, and I saw parts of the
Arcane
trailer.
Studios, which is the team behind Dishonored, revealed that they are teaming up with Marvel to make a Blade game.
Oh yeah.
Announced that day, never heard of before,
one's
and
ever-
Nicky Hill's like, I've seen this game. And I was like, I don't know where he saw it.
Well, hopefully you didn't sign any
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, no, he's good because he didn't even know it was a secret, but never talked about
I
it.
haven't
So
talked about it to anybody.
he saw
Next time you have info like that, let me know for my rumor of the week.
It is a mature single-player third-person game set in the heart of Paris, starring Blade, the Daywalker. So, Marvel, I'm in. Arcane, I'm in. Very excited. And the track record for Marvel games recently has been very good. We saw OD, which we talked about at length. We don't need to talk about that anymore. And finally, Monster Hunter Wilds was announced. The new Monster Hunter game for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S.
Oh, what
Did
was
that get your juices flowing?
Oh, I'm excited, but I still haven't played the last one because
Bummer.
nobody would play
Oh,
with
never mind.
me.
You said it.
And Lube told me he would play with me, and then next time I talked to him, he said he finished it.
Really?
How did it feel?
What
Yes.
a jerk.
How did it feel?
It felt horrible. You know why? Because I never even started it. Never even started it.
Which
Better to have loved and lost. than to never
Monster
loved and
Hunter, whatever it is, Rise. Monster Hunter Rise. So there you go. That's the Game Awards. We shared our complaints.
I
We
got a
shared our
few
reveal
more-
interests.
I got just a few more check marks about the Game Awards, real quick, if that's okay.
Sure.
So Pikmin 4 winning best sim strategy game got a huge applause. I don't know if you noticed that,
It did.
but there was a lot of applause for that, and that kind of made me happy. And then I guess the only other thing that I wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about, and this is the perfect time to bring it up since we're over, is we got burned again by somebody very near and dear to us. And you know what? I'm done with this guy. I was coming back around on this Reggie Fils-Aimé. He's out of my life, baby. You should be upset more than anybody, RMC.
Well-
He tweeted Mother 3. That's what you said he tweeted, right?
He tweeted a picture from Mother 3. Yes. We
What's
don't
wrong
know
with you?
why he did it. No, he didn't tweet it.
We know
He
why.
posted it on Threads. We don't know why he did it. But the man
'Cause he's cruel.
knows the Game Awards
Cruel.
exists, knows fans pay
He was
attention to what
there.
he's
They
doing.
showed him in the crowd
And he was
the
there.
other night.
So I don't know why he did it, but he knows that when he does that, people are going to think something's up.
He's got to be trolling. He's cruel.
Yes.
He's
and
cruel.
If he is trolling, I want to say right here, right now, if he's trolling, I am 100% out on Reggie. I don't think that's funny. Call me, say I don't have any sense of humor at all, or I take things too seriously. You can say that all you want. I don't think it's cool for somebody to be like, hey, I'm going to tease this game that never got localized that fans have literally been begging for over a decade. I don't think that's cool. Now,
I can't think of anyone who would think that's cool.
yeah, there's plenty of people who'll be like, he's trolling. That's funny. And if you feel that way, that's fine. I'm just telling you, that's not my cup of tea. I lose respect for someone when they do something like that. If it's just Joe Schmo doing it, I don't care. Go nuts, or as they say nowadays, go off, King. When it's Reggie, who used to be the Nintendo of America president, no, I don't think the King should go off on that one. So it annoys me. It bothers me. I'm sorry if it makes me sound old and curmudgeon-y, but if I was in a position of power where I was still holding that power not nowadays, I wouldn't do that to people. I wouldn't tug on heartstrings. I wouldn't give false hope.
He seems
It's
like
wrong.
a different person than the guy who was the president of Nintendo America. It's
He
crazy.
seems like a real anus wedgie.
He does. You're right, and he announced himself as that day one, and I never took it to heart. My anus wedgie. So yeah, I don't like it because again, even if Mother 3 means something to Reggie for some reason on a special day, sure, he can send out that post, but just let people include a note being like, hey, this is just for me. It means something to me, not teasing anything. There you go. Then you can have both worlds.
Then you get to do it.
Then you do it all you want.
But to do it right before the Game Awards, just like you did with the legendary thing, now it's getting too much. Now it's just too much.
Again.
What was it a picture of?
Mother 3. It was a picture of Mother 3. It was a picture of Lucas in a field of flowers, which is a very important moment in the game. There it is. Yep. Thank you, Alternate Liz.
So
Burn and Cheese. You see what Burn and Cheese says?
Wait a minute. It's an
No.
important...
You wait a minute. Did you see what Burn and Cheese says?
No.
Look at your phone. It's the one right above that.
I didn't have it up. I haven't been in the
I
Discord
can't say it
because I
out
can't-
loud.
Oh boy.
It's right above the Mother 3 image. Burn and Cheese has commented on what he seems Reggie is like. We will wait.
I mean, I didn't have it open yet. Oh. Wait. Who am I looking at?
Burnin' cheese.
Oh, there we go.
Seems
Oh.
like a shovel butt.
A shovel, but I'm making a big deal out of this burnt cheese because
Well,
Nicky
'cause
Hill
it's
loves
a
that show.
watching
Oh,
reservation
never
list.
mind.
I'm glad you like it, burning cheese.
Seems like a shovel butt.
I'd say
Quote.
thanks for
New
watching, but
quote. Burnt cheese says, "I'm not going to repeat myself." So yes, that's the picture that. Go ahead, Nicky Hill. Since I stopped you, since you were talking about that image, now go right ahead.
no, you said it's an important moment
Yes.
in Mother 3,
Yeah.
which is, but like,
It's
I mean, it's not a spoiler, I guess, because
it's
what
not
is
that
it?
it's a
But
spoiler. It's that
It's from Mother 3. That's
everybody
what it's for.
wants this game to be localized. They've wanted it for years and years. He knows that it's one of his favorite games, allegedly. Whether or not he's actually played it, we'll see. But sorry, now I'm just being mean. But yeah, then he right before the Game Awards, he tweets that
yeah.
with no explanation. I mean, what
Well,
are
maybe
people supposed
each
to
one
think?
of those flowers is a trailer or a big reveal, and he can't find the awards because he's just surrounded by all this other stuff.
It could be that he should have been a little more specific, but it could be that.
I really don't respect it. I really don't like it. I don't like trolling in general. I don't like trolling or internet trolls in general. But again, if you're the common man, go right ahead and do whatever. If you're someone who people look to for information, or whether you hold that position or not anymore, Reggie will forever be an important part of Nintendo's history. People are going to look to him and think things when he tweets. And yes, that's annoying for him. I get it. He's going to say stuff. No matter what he says, people will analyze it. I get it. That will be annoying for him. But it's different to take a literal picture from Mother 3 and tweet that out with no text or explanation. That is different than Reggie saying anything and some Nintendo fan being like, there's a code here and this letter's capitalized, or him using this word. There's a difference between those two. And using a picture of Mother 3 1.5 days before the Game Awards with no quote, I think that's trolling now. Reggie has given no explanation for why he did it. I'm not down with it. I'm sorry. I'm not down with it. So, do I hate the guy? No. But do I respect him less? Yes. Because the man stole my breakfast that one day, and now he tweeted out this picture.
Now,
or posted this picture.
Does he have anything to do with video games at all now?
I mean, he still follows games, but he doesn't work in the game industry.
It's like he was at the show. They're still inviting him to the show.
Yeah.
I guess just
he'll
because
forever
he's a
be a
legacy.
part of the. I think he might be still on the panel of 140 plus judges for the show. He might still have some vote in there, but yeah, and like Reggie hosts or co-hosts the New York Game Awards, like he still does things within the game industry, but he's not directly working for a company. He's not like a PR guy or a figurehead or any position of power at any game company that I know of. He's at a toy company and other things as well. So, but yeah, it irks me. It really bothers me, and I don't like it. I don't think it's cool to look at a group of people who really want something and just poke them with a stick because you want to get a laugh out of it. I don't think that's cool.
I agree.
So
I
there you
agree.
go.
If that's indeed what he's doing, and it certainly seems that way. We're not trying to like.
Yeah,
look
I'll
for
take an
something that's not
explanation.
there, you
Yeah,
know,
I'll
like
take an
it's-
explanation. But again, it all boils down to the man's not stupid. He knows people are going to look at that and think something. So hence, I think even more, that's why he did it on Threads and not on Twitter or X. Because on X, he's got, 700,000 followers. On Threads, he's got, I don't remember what it was, not anywhere near that amount. So
I don't know, man. It seems like, if you wanted to be a part of it still, stay at Nintendo. Otherwise, shut up.
talk about games all you want. Talk about games day and night. Don't tease stuff like that. There you go. That's it. That's all. I'm so annoyed by
Goodbye,
this.
everybody.
I've lost my voice already through the show. Mom Brain, we talked a lot about that, but it was the Game Awards, so that's good. I'll be choosy with what top stories we're gonna do. So we won't run through everything. But Mom Brain, can you hit me with that news jingle, please? What are you doing over here, by the way?
I'm looking at Christmas gifts for my dad.
No comment. Racking up quite a tally over here.
Well, my mom and my dad.
You take care of my sister?
I just found something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, she's
What,
taken care
the
of. She
Carol?
let's just say she won't be getting any gifts this year. All right. What do we got?
She'll
Tough
get one
stories.
gift and it's got her name on
We don't
it.
need that. We don't need that. We did that. We're gonna skip that right off the bat. We will do this very quickly just because I want to mention it. Super Nintendo World in Japan is getting their Donkey Kong area spring 2024. A couple of days ago, we posted a picture of the Donkey Kong temple. You can see it above the tree line at Universal Studios Japan. It's just like the giant monkey face, like above the tree line, and it looked awesome. And when I posted, I was like, things are really motoring for this. It's really coming along. And then we know spring 2024, it opens at Universal Studios Japan at Super Nintendo World over there. And yes, the main attraction there is the Donkey Kong minecart ride that we've been waiting for. So very exciting stuff. Plus,
yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like, even in Florida, they're fabricating these pieces somewhere else, right? And they're fabricating them so that they can probably be not mass produced, but like whatever they're using to make these pieces, I'm sure they can make more than one at the same time.
Yeah.
So
and that
stinks that we have
A
to
giant
stop
monkey
that.
head in every household.
so you'll Super Nintendo World, the Mario part and the Donkey Kong part will connect to each other, so you can walk between the two parks and stay in your Nintendo experience. But the Donkey Kong area has a completely different vibe from the Mario area. It's like Donkey Kong Country, so there's temples and jungles, and Donkey Kong's house is there, and so it's the theming is alive for those games. Very cool. Spring 2024. There you go. I just wanted to mention that. Let's see. I'll
Very cool.
We got the merch that they showcase as well. They're gonna have the power-up bands that are Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong theme if you want those. So Kuribo says, we see a Donkey Kong Country game too? I hope so. Better retro out for Switch. I think they meant put that out for Switch while waiting for Switch 2 for Prime 4. All speculation, but yeah, there will definitely be another Donkey Kong game at some point.
These Diddy Kong chicken nuggets and prepackaged.
I thought that was a chicken nugget too, but it can't be a nugget.
No.
I mean, it looks
Crisp.
like you eat them right out of the bag.
I didn't post this story, so I didn't go through all the pictures. Let me
Coins,
go look.
Cookies. Ooh, look at those cookies printed. And they have their own bracelet for Donkey Kong.
That's literally what I just said.
So, but like, it'll still interact with the.
Does all the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cookie. It's like a donkey. It's like a cookie and a Frito.
Cookie Kong.
Okay, moving on. The Legend of Zelda movie director has said something that has given fans a bit more hope for the project and going in the direction that they want. The director is Wes Ball. He's done the Maze Runner film trilogy, and he's also doing the upcoming Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Of course, even though he's doing promotions for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, he's also getting asked about the Zelda movie. And here's what he said to Entertainment Weekly. He said, quote, I envision this awesome fantasy adventure movie that isn't like Lord of the Rings. It's its own thing. I've always said I would love to see a live-action Miyazaki. That wonder and whimsy that he brings to things, I would love to see something like that. So, a lot of people wanted a Miyazaki-style Legend of Zelda animated movie. So it's pretty cool to hear Wes Ball, the director of the live-action movie, say, I'm not going Lord of the Rings style. I personally am more interested in Miyazaki style. So that's a cool thing to hear. I'm certainly more down for that. So whether that's what pans out, I don't know. But when I think of that, I at least think colorful, and Zelda's full of color. So I like that approach more. We'll find out, though. Time will tell.
Not yet.
D says hi, says they should take a look at Spirited Away live show. You can get it on Blu-ray or digital now, too. It's pretty fun, though longer than the original movie. I didn't even know that was a thing. I will check that out. That's exciting. Bob Ray.
Like Urkel.
Mom Brain,
Yes, dear.
do you know
Probably not.
Switch Online, if you're a member of Switch Online, you get free game trials every once in a while. Nintendo and the company that makes the game is like,
It's
hey,
free.
you got a whole week to play this full game for free.
Mm-hmm.
Europe announced their next free game for Switch Online members.
Is it Suika game?
It is Suika game, yes. If you have not gotten in on the
much is that game
worldwide
generally?
craze, $3. If you have not gotten in on the worldwide craze, the 4+ million selling Suika game. If you are a Switch Online member in Europe, you can play the game for free starting
It's free.
2 days ago and lasting until the 11th. So play all the Suika game you want at no additional cost for your Switch Online membership. And then, yes, best of all, when the game isn't part of the free online trial anymore, you can buy the full game for $3 anyway. That's as expensive as it will ever be. So $3. So basically, this is a try it and get you hooked, and then you're not going to be able to resist buying it because you're going to be like, I really like that game. Great time killer. Oh my God, it's only $3 I'm in. So enjoy Switch Online members in Europe. It's a game well worth your time. Sticer says, I'm so jealous. I've been wanting to give this game a try since I first heard about it on the podcast. Maybe it'll come to North America as a trial as well soon.
It's $3.
It is $3.
Give you $3.
But yes, I haven't heard anything yet. But I hope you're right as well, because I think there will be people who will jump in, and then they'll be like, "Oh my God, I should have bought this right away to begin with."
It's worth it. It's my second most played Switch game.
There you go, right next to Pretty Boys Mahjong. Nintendo Live 2024 Tokyo is canceled. Why? For a not good reason. Nintendo Live 2024 was set to take place in Tokyo January 20th and 21st at the Tokyo Big Sight Convention Center. But Nintendo has canceled it because Nintendo and Nintendo employees were targeted with death threats.
Woof.
And Nintendo's like, hey, you know what? We're not going to do it because we'd rather not die putting on an event for you guys. This means that the Splatoon 3 World Championship 2024, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Online Challenge Final Stage, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Championship 2024, and the Splatoon Koshin 2023 National Finals have all been postponed as well, because those were all set to take place there, and now that's not taking place, so that means a whole bunch of other events have to get placed somewhere else. And that sucks. I don't know why people do this stupid shovel, but here we are. So some people out there sent death threats. Nintendo takes them seriously. Event canceled. There will be another event down the road, probably in another country now. Even Masahiro Sakurai took to Twitter to talk about this, because the Smash Brothers tournament was canceled as well because of this. He says the cancellation of Nintendo Live Tokyo has consequently led to the cancellation of the planned Smash Brothers tournament. It's disheartening to learn that the reason for this cancellation is due to threats. This situation is not only a disappointment for fans who are eagerly looking forward to the event, but also deeply disheartening when considering the event organizers and all those who had meticulously planned and prepared various aspects of the event. The dampening of spirits is understandable in light of these developments. Good on Sakurai for putting out a statement, because he doesn't have to, but he also doesn't have to be quiet because Nintendo won't make him be quiet. So he's like, hey, this sucks. I know it sucks. And it sucks that there's people out there like this. So good on him for making a statement.
Turn these threats into treats. Am I right?
We need more treats. That's right. Why don't people do more treats?
Death treats.
A little sweet treat. Death treats. Yeah.
I love a good treat.
Like the hot chip. The one chip
Handicap's
challenge.
hot
That's
fries?
a death
Yeah.
trip. A death treat. People go to hospital from that all the time. Handicap's hot fries, not as spicy, but yes, start there. Work your way up. They're still hot. Like when I eat them, I get a runny nose.
They're addictive. They're
good.
They're tough to stop eating.
Every once in a while, and it's only when I'm at a gas station, because who else sells them? I'm like, I am in the mood for
Yeah, I
those.
don't know.
Should be the first red flag right there. Maybe I shouldn't eat this snack that's primarily sold at gas stations. Lucius6 says, what a sad world we live in. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more absurd. It's like these are lyrics to something. Sadly, just like with a lot of these things these days, the crazies always ruin it for everybody. A tiny group of nutcases ruining it all. If it's truly mentally unsound people, I feel bad. But I'm not against the people. Those people are hurting. If it's just people being crappy online, like we see swattings and stuff like that, yes, I'm with you on So at least we know people will be safe, and these events will be they'll be held somewhere down the line, and we'll give you the details, and hopefully they go smoothly next time around. But that's where we are with these, so that's the world we live in. I was gonna say something about
Well,
that.
just think about how many death threats then for everything. There are, like, I bet you every
Yeah.
NFL game there's death threats, and they're just like, well, we make too much money, and who cares? We're just going to keep doing it. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
Well, they
it's
also have a
crazy
lot,
to
like,
think
beefed
that
up security and everything too.
I'm sure Nintendo has security as well, nowhere near what the NFL does, obviously. And I'm sure the NFL is much more aware of what they would call a credible threat versus a non-credible threat. But yeah, when it comes to Nintendo, obviously, they're gonna err on the side of caution, where the NFL is probably like money. I'm not NFL. I'm sure takes threats very seriously. I'm sure, but it's a different scale. I was gonna say you're talking about that. I was gonna say just this past week at a WWE house show, which means a show that's not televised. It's just a show people pay to go see, smaller venues, but that's it. You see the wrestlers. One of the wrestlers got jumped. Somebody jumped the barricade and took out a wrestler. Just somebody in the crowd, just ran up behind him and floored him.
really,
Yeah, just to be an asshole.
what? Holy cow!
And that's happened on TV before too. We've seen it. I mean, we've been watching Raw and SmackDown for 20 years, 20 plus years. We've seen it happen before, where someone jumps out of the crowd and like goes to punch a wrestler or tackle him, or goes in the ring to take somebody out. And
those guys can really get hurt too, because the wrestlers would
that's
probably
the
go to
thing that
town on them,
happens.
right?
If the wrestler
Yeah.
gets to the person before the security
it.
gets in, the wrestler beats the crap out of them. Like, and of course,
An open hand slap.
an open head slap. It's happened, but usually the security gets in there as quickly as possible and drags the guy out.
Yeah, because they don't want any, because they know.
Yeah, because they know the wrestler, and they have, it would be anybody in that situation. They have every right to retaliate. So.
Meanwhile, it's probably like a casino where backstage they have like 10 wrestlers beating the crap out of the dude.
Yeah, right. It's probably, I'm not going to say I know that for sure, but I'm going to say you're probably right. North America, what do we got this week? I'll tell you. It's a long list, people. Buckle up. Air Aces, Arcade Archives, Scramble Formation, Breakout Birdie Escape, Breakout Birdie Escape 2, Breakout Birdie Panic 1 and 2, Breakout Birdie Puzzle 1 and 2, Bulldozer Tycoon Construction Simulator, City Bus Driver Simulator, City Driver Car Parking Simulator, Crystal Chip Collector E, Defend the Base Tower Turret Shooting Range, Dino Get Out, or Dino Get Out, Dreamers, a Nostalgic Adventure, Aero Gods, Asgard, Fall Cars, Ultimate Car Battle, Fearmonium, Golf Guys, Hammerwatch Anniversary Edition, Hammerwatch 2, The Chronicles Edition, Helix Jump, Hellwell, Hive Swap Friend Sim, Lego Fortnite, that is free, Make It Takoyaki, Make Way, Mob Control, Nessie the Robot, Official Spacefarer card game, Outer Wilds Archaeologist Edition, finally available, people. We waited 4+ years for that after it was announced, and now it is out. The multi-award winning Outer Wilds. Pester Quest.
I'm sorry, what?
Pester Quest.
That
That's right.
is fantastic.
Followed by Pester Sim.
No,
I have spoken.
Festerson?
Pester Sim, that's what I'm reading
What
here.
about
yeah.
Vacation Quest?
Ooh.
No Vacation Quest. Why? Does
Vacation
it say
Sim?
something different on the European one? What does it say for you? Peter Sim? One of them's right. Which one? I don't know. Mine comes directly from Nintendo of America. So either they typed it wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll look it up after. Stone Age, Sunsoft, Mahjong Solitaire, Shanghai Legend, Tevi, The Ramsey, The Smurfs, Colorful Stories, Thigh Creature. That's thy, not thigh. Sorry, Thigh Creature. Turok 3, Turok Trilogy Bundle, Veggie Bubble Shoot, Witch's Potion Water Sort Puzzle, Word Space, World War D-Day Part 2. Oh no. Zyziel, Xuan Yun Sword, Mists Beyond the Mountains, Yukar from the Abyss, and finally Zumaji Deluxe. One comment from Ninjinister. Scramble Formation was last week. Today we have Pole Position 2. Oh, Nintendo's press release was wrong then. Nintendo does it weird sometimes. That's probably what it is, because I think those games come out on Wednesdays instead of Thursdays. But yes, that is correct. Pole Position 2 is available now. Josh, can you help out the one and only Nicky Hill?
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Nothing like saving that
Sorry,
yawn for the start of your section.
It wasn't a save. It just snuck up on me. When I get
If you're
nervous, I
putting yourself
yawn.
to sleep, how are we supposed to make it?
European Switch eShop releases
Your
for the
opinion. Your opinion.
Your opinion matters.
releases.
For Europe, that's what I said. For the week of December 7th, the year of our Lord, 2023. Pester
It's
Sim is
Pester,
correct.
yeah.
I looked up.
So Nintendo America got it right. Europe got it wrong.
Our Lord.
So here are the games. It's not as long of a list, but I'm sure it'll take longer for me to get through it. Tuenstein. The Curse of the Red Dragon.
I remember it as Tuenstein.
Tuenstein. A Highland
That's
song.
very good. That's
What's a
very good.
Highland song? That seems familiar.
Looks good. There's a picture of the
Yeah.
Highland.
You got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
look at that icon.
and apparently it is excellent.
Excellent. A Long Journey to an Uncertain End. Don't we live that every day? Basketball Arcade. Battle Stations Blockade. Born of Bread.
You born of bread?
Born of Bread is a classic Paper Mario style RPG. Heard great things.
Born of
But
Bread.
it's a food related game, so you're not going to
Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
But it's bread. And you love bread.
Oh my goodness.
You can
this
win some.
All right, we're back. We're
So
back.
it involves, I believe, bread making and not worlds of bread. So
Delicious.
I'm all in.
Day one.
Day one.
City Driver.
I'm rising right now thinking about it.
My yeast is.
Yep. I'm not sour over this game.
Car Parking Simulator. City Driver. Car Parking Simulator. Crystal Ship Collector. E. I don't know. Defend the Base. Tower Turret Shooting Range. DIY Paper Doll. Dreamers. A nostalgic adventure. Fearmonium. Hive Swap. Friendson. Last Escape. Dead Complex. Make Way. Nessie the Robot. Ooh. Outer Wilds.
By the way, there's a 1 week discount on that game, both the Archaeologist Edition and the regular edition.
Which one? Outer Wilds?
Outer Wilds, yes.
Pester Quest? Pester Sim.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you all about how to simulate being a pester. Apparently. Intentional or non-intentional? I don't know. You be the judge. Stone Age.
I think
Intentional right now, I feel like.
I think it has to be unintentional to be a pester, right? Or
No.
you could be a.
No, you can intend to pester.
Yeah,
can
she's
be
an
an
intentional pester.
Oh, okay.
I'm not,
Yes.
actually.
Oh, you are?
No, I'm not.
I thought I was
100%.
the only pester.
If you
I
know
didn't I
the
was in
cat
good
does
company.
not like being picked up and you do it anyway, and when it meows in your face, you
Okay.
talk to it about how you want it to be there. That's an intentional pester.
Seems
You're
like
putting-
love to me.
You're putting your love above their pester. You know you're pestering them.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't intend to pester. I intend to love.
Well,
Yes, but you know you are
Impact
pestering.
over
I
intent.
just want to go ahead and
Yeah.
say
That's what your
This
parents
is the
said to
first
you when they
I've-
brought you butter churning.
this is the first I've been made aware of pester being an outside thing outside of myself.
Oh no!
I
no.
thought I was I
No.
was the pester man,
Mm-mm.
and that's where the pester conversation came
No,
from.
no, absolutely not.
I'm
And
glad to know that my one folly it hasn't preceded me all this
One
time.
folly?
Well, I bumped onto the side of the thing that I thought was connected.
I mean,
It
it was the
scared
ultimate
cat.
pester.
Oh my god!
It was
the
the
fact that
ultimate
you
pester.
take this to heart, like we're just annoying you.
But
Please stop! You're
pestering,
pestering me.
The cat's the only one who takes it to heart.
but the
Yes.
term pester
forget.
and pestering and everything, I've heard frequently since. So I always thought it was in reference to
Oh,
that moment.
no.
So I just took it a lot
a
harder
common
than you
phrase here.
thought I should have.
My
Pester is
Gami-
very common here. Yes.
My Gami used to use it all the time. She would talk about and she'd get angry, like the dog would be like under her feet while she was trying to do something, and it would be like, "You're just pestering me."
Mom Brain
was
says it to
great.
me all the time when I go near the kitchen when she's in there doing something. She'll say,
well,
"Stop
usually,
pestering me."
well, usually,
but now I do it on purpose.
what you hear in our house is no pester. because that's
Sure.
usually like about all I can get out is like no pestering, or like I'm going to bed, don't pester.
I mean, to tell you the truth, when it comes to the kitchen, like if I
I
see you
have
in
to
there, I can just
say-
see the look on your face, and I'm like, nope. not
I
going in.
really like the way you say pester because it comes out like
It's
a
got
breath.
something to
Like
it,
it's
yeah.
got some like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
speaking from the diaphragm.
Yeah, it's
You
important.
could tell it's like, yeah, it's like a family thing. There's
Yeah.
something to it.
Well, I also do it at school. Like if a kid
Those
comes,
poor kids.
well, no, if a kid comes back to the room like after they've left for something, I'll be like, "What are you doing here, pestering me?" And then,
Nice.
you know,
Detention. Demerit.
It's a good vocab word to learn.
Anyway,
great
Nikki,
word,
I'm sorry to
and
pester you while you're doing
It
your.
is a good word. I like that.
Releases.
Stone Age, I think I mentioned Sunsoft, Mahjong, Solitaire, Shanghai Legend, and Uzuzu, my pet golf dash.
Mhm.
And
Shanghai.
While the
Never thought of
Iron's
that.
Hot, and Zomborg.
There you go. No comment on that one. Thank you, Nikki
No comment
Hill.
to read. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We're gonna group all three of these together because Game Informer and IGN
I know
cornered
it was a zombie, but
cornered Alan Newman backstage at the Game Awards to talk to him about some Zelda things because the poor man can't get a break.
Oh, wait. That was the only thing I wanted to say about the Game Awards. There was one game where Legend of Zelda or Al Newman was nominated, and so there's like we're watching it, and he didn't win. It was Alan Wake 2 won, and so Max Payne guy went up
Best
there.
direction, was it?
Might have been
Maybe.
that, yes.
But like in the background, you just see the camera operator like inches away from Al Newman's face. I was just like, oh my god, he's not leaving. Like we're not cutting back to that. Just call him off.
Have
Just
a
call
break,
him
have
off
a
of this. You know, they're waiting for like that big emotional moment or something. It's just like, just call him
Yeah.
off.
I saw a meme of Anthony Mackie's face when Twisted Metal didn't win. When Last of Us won, he was like right in front of the Last of Us people, and they just a screenshot. But like, and I'm sure he was fine. But like the one screenshot, he looks like his heart is
Oh,
like
yeah.
breaking. But I
I-
mean, he's fine.
I remember seeing that live. It was just like right in front.
The freeze frame, like The Simpsons and
It was exactly with Ralph.
Ralph. So Al Newman was asked about timeline and Zelda stuff and all that, and he says, quote, "We realize that fans have a great time theorizing and enjoy thinking about where things fit in the timeline. That's something that the development team recognizes and considers, but to an extent." And I say to an extent because if we get too into the weeds or too detailed in that placement, it results in a kind of creating restraints for our creativity. The process of creating new ideas becomes restricted because we're so tied up on trying to make this fit into a very specific spot in the timeline. We do consider it, but not to an extent where we feel that our development process feels restricted or constrained.
Well put.
I like that a lot. And by the way, that was not Al Newman. I apologize. That was Mr. Fujibayashi, the guy who basically we can thank Tears of the Kingdom for. But yes, that's the way to do it.
Thank
I agree with
for
that
Tears of the
100%.
Yeah, that's put perfectly. And I'm into like stories and timelines and things like that. I couldn't tell you how disinterested I am in the Zelda timeline. I couldn't care less. I mean, I know some people do, so they have to talk about it. So I'm glad he's doing this take. But I mean, if there's one series I honestly don't know and don't care, it's this.
See,
because each game for me is its own.
I don't care about the timeline, but I do care about the story self-contained in the game. Like I do really like that. Like I love Skyward Sword's story. Tears of the Kingdom is probably my favorite story by far. But as to where it fits in the timeline overall, I don't care either one
I
bit.
think
Yeah,
it's cool
okay.
to know the timeline, right? Like I think it's cool to kind
Sure.
of have like
Yes.
it's knowing as part of the lore and being able to maybe see connections between games and where they fit in the timeline. But it is not. If there was no timeline, I'd be perfectly.
And
fine.
I think it's very important, and it's also very Nintendo-esque to be like, hey, you know what matters first? Gameplay. And we don't want to not do gameplay things and put things in a game because some game 20 years
Yeah,
ago
if they
said
were
that wouldn't work.
restricted
Yeah.
because
So,
of a timeline
yeah.
story thing would be
Yeah.
Now,
Gameplay.
the
What?
sacred timeline we have to.
Gameplay
Worry
first.
about,
Oh,
but-
that's important.
What if they just come out and they're like, yeah, they're all happening at the same time. It's a multiverse.
Well, that we know isn't the case. That's one of the timeline things we know for sure.
Why?
What do you mean, why? 'Cause that's what we know.
How do we know?
Because Nintendo has said it. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying, like, what about it? Can't they say that later? Like,
What about it? Can't they say that later? I don't know what that means.
what about that? Can't they retract or just what? Why can't they say that
What
later?
about what?
Never mind.
Okay. They also talked about Zelda potentially being the lead role in a Legend of Zelda game. So playing as Zelda start to finish. And Mr. Al Newman says, yeah, it's interesting when you think about the name of the series, The Legend of Zelda, but Link is always the main character. And Link has been the main character, and Zelda's always been involved. They have a relationship and their own rules in each of the games. But it is true that I think there's always room for thinking about this type of thing and Zelda's role. And there may be some sort of possibility for something like that in the future. Maybe. That's what he says. So it's like, hey, we're open
make
to
a
it.
Legend of Link, and you play as Zelda.
Right? Do it. Make it a spin-off. Make it a main game. I don't care. Give me a game where I play as Zelda start to finish. I'm all about it. I'm here for it. I
And
love
you
it.
can, like switching to Sheik and back.
Yep. Rumor has it Retro Studios was working on that and or pitched that idea and did a little bit of work on it, but Nintendo was like,
They weren't ready for it.
We're
not ready.
And then
We're not ready
finally, Al Newman won't confirm or deny a relationship between Link and Zelda. In each Legend of Zelda game, Link and Zelda certainly have a relationship, but is it a friendship? Is it a mutual respect? Is it a lover's embrace? We don't know. And Al Newman's not talking about it.
I can't know because I need that question there.
Well,
it'll ruin
I would think
something.
I
if
would
I know.
say without spoilers, but I guess kind of spoilers.
No hanky panky.
With Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you certainly get the most definitive answer, and I won't say what way or the other, in any Zelda game that I can think of. I think by a very large margin.
I think Majora's Mask says all you need to know. He could have stayed at the end of Ocarina of Time and planted some seeds, if you know what I'm talking about. But no, he decided to leave and go off where there aren't any princesses.
Well, he was also like
in love with them.
What, 10 years old? 9 years old?
No, he was an adult by then, right? You go through, you play the Ocarina, and you grow up.
You played Majora's Mask. You know you're a kid.
Young at heart.
I'm a kid, and I'm also young at heart. So yeah, it talks about the relationship between Link and Zelda. And he says, quote, I will leave it to everyone's imagination as to whether Link and Zelda are in a relationship. I don't think that Zelda is well, let me try this again. I don't think that Zelda is a type of game where the development team says, this is what Zelda is, this is what the story is, this is what the game is. Everything that the development team wants to convey has already been placed into the game, and the rest is up to the player's imagination and their reflection on how they feel, what they've experienced in the game. So yes, there's no Zelda game where it's like Link and Zelda are a couple, but there are plenty of Zelda games where it's like, here's this little thing over here. Here's this little thing over here. Here's this little interaction between these two. Maybe there's some canoodling off camera. I don't know.
Hailey and Tom is equating it to the tension between Niles and Daphne, and I love that.
There you go. There you go. Link is to Niles, as Currybo says something that I'm not going to say
is Eddie.
I'm not going to say I know we're far past the Tears of the Kingdom spoilers timeline here, but we have two people at the table who haven't finished the game or even started it, so I'll not share this comment because it is about relationship stuff one way or another in Tears of the Kingdom. So go read that comment if you'd like to know.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess if you're brave enough, take part. Look at all the novels people have been writing about this in the comment section. Very, very exciting.
I'll take that at face value, even though I know I shouldn't.
I didn't read them, so I don't know if it's exciting. I'm being honest.
Oh, okay.
Because not only are there like 6 comments, but they're like really meaty.
Timeline matters to people big time.
It seems like
Zelda.
it seems like people are really into it. I wasn't doing my thing that I usually do.
I thought you were. I take it back. Yes,
with peace and love.
Timeline is very hotly debated because people like everything to fit in a certain spot, and that's
I thought
fine.
you meant the relationship one. There was only one comment. No. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Europe.
A lot of people chiming in.
Europe. We got the top 15 Switch eShop titles. I'll start with 15 and just plow through them. Mario Party Superstars, Tears of the Kingdom, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Five Nights at Freddy's, My Time at Sandrock, and now we are to the top 10. Disney Dreamlight Valley, Nintendo Switch Sports, Stardew Valley, Dave the Diver,
Not
everybody's favorite indie game,
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Did you notice when Jeff was like reading the indie games, when he read Dave the Diver's name, there was like a little break there?
He
in his
could not
face?
get through that category fast enough, and he was obviously very happy that Sea of Stars won. Very deserving of winning, but he was like, let's get this category over.
I was like,
and
there's
go.
no way Dave the Diver's gonna win this. Like, even if they did win, I
He
bet you
switched the
changed
envelope
it,
out, yeah, crossed it out.
I have to feed the cat. My goodness.
I don't feed her until 10 minutes from now, so you got time. I mean, go ahead, feed her. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft, Super Mario RPG, Hogwarts Legacy, Super Mario Brothers Wonder at number 2. And in Europe, your number 1 game for November 2023 on the Switch eShop, Suika game. Suika game beats out Mario.
No offense, if Mario Wonder was $3, I think it would beat it out.
Yeah, and obviously Suika game is digital only, whereas Mario is not. Yeah, I mean, you can see what's really going on in Europe through the weekly European charts, or specifically the weekly UK charts, because in the UK you see Mario continually staying in the second or third spot in the UK, where Spider-Man is going lower and lower. So you see, like, the predictions were Mario is going to have the much longer tail than Spider-Man, and that's what we're seeing play out now. And as we get even closer to the holiday season, that will continue to be the case. So, yeah, Mario. Don't I think that all the time. And then finally, a word of caution for our Splatoon players out there.
Finally,
A new weapon is in the game, a special weapon called the Splatter Color Screen. It makes a giant ink screen with waves in it that if you pass through it, it hurts you. And it also hits you with all grayscale. So the game goes completely grayscale for a short amount of time, and it plays some weird noise.
But the game's so colorful.
That's why that's why it's a special weapon to use against your enemies. But here's the thing. It seems like people with photosensitivity issues are being wrecked by this, and sensory issues as well. So it's causing, you know how you play a game and it's like people with photosensitivity issues use the setting in the options, or be careful, there's bright flashing lights. Seems like this is causing some of those issues. People are reporting eye strain, eye pain, dizziness, migraines, and some people have even said they fainted. We're all taking this word of strangers on the internet, but with the amount of reports that are coming in, it's very clear something is going on. So Nintendo is yet to comment on the matter. I have no doubt Nintendo will fix this. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. We'll let you know when that happens. But please, if you are someone susceptible to that stuff and you play Splatoon, be careful. Go in and adjust settings on your TV or the brightness on the game itself. Just be careful. If you feel any ill effects at all, even slightly, step away from the game, take a break, drink some water, rest. Be careful. Do not push it. So, just
what does this weapon do? Did you explain that?
Yes, I explained literally all of it. From the beginning, that's the first thing I said. It's a giant special weapon that's a screen. It's a color. It has waves in it. If you walk through it, it hurts you. And it makes the whole game grayscale, and it makes a distressing noise. And now we're doing the whole conversation all over again. Did you listen that time or no?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
He heard you ask if he listened.
All right, you tell me what it does.
Players who walk through.
No, don't read the words.
That's why. Grayscale.
Go through the trouble of explaining it twice, and then you just read me my own words back.
In Game of Thrones, right?
No, it's He-Man.
It is called that in Game of Thrones.
Okay, thank you.
I was going with Gray Skull.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry. Did you not hear what I said? I said it a million times. Grayscale.
Said it. Oh, that's right. I'm not allowed to say that. I said it twice. We were out somewhere, and Mom Brain saw something. And was like, "There's like a million of them." And I was like, "Don't say that around Nicky Hill. He's gonna get annoyed."
Not allowed to say it.
You cannot say it. Exact numbers only. So 2. I said it 2 times. And that's your top stories.
I just believe that you think you said it a million times, and that's yeah. I saw a video about that where friends are.
I said this so you wouldn't go into your spiel, and here we are. I'm gonna exact numbers only. Episode 902, not episode 1,000,000. It's episode 902.
I said it like 2 times.
Yeah,
It doesn't
right.
have the same
Right,
thing.
exactly.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
It doesn't. But it's also the truth.
So
You
now I
said
got to
it
be like,
twice.
I've had it up to here with you, and be like down at my knee or something. Anyway,
I've got a lot of nerves left.
I've got
You're
just
getting on
about
one
all
of
my
them.
nerves. Let's talk about what we played. Mom Brain, what'd you play this week? Well, I would like
Life
to
is
hear about it,
strange.
so we'll wait for you. Nicky Hill, what did you play this week?
I don't know. Just a little solitaire, I guess. I was gonna play Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and then I didn't. And I haven't.
Great gift.
Even though I'm home, like I've been home all the time, I somehow don't have time to do any, like to put in towards games. Go ahead, next, do.
Next, Do. Well, we got to do right here. Do, what have you been playing?
Uku. Same as usual. Still looking for something to grab me game wise, but other than that, Animal Crossing New Horizons every morning, doing my laps. Fortnite new update is. I played Suika game too, and then lastly is Fortnite. The newest update is out. It's really great.
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't talked about the new update. Like we always talk about Fortnite, but now we have like
they moved on from the OG season, which was a lot of fun, but it's great for a player like me.
Hi, Microtic.
To have it back kind of up to the standard that it has been recently. Lots of great traversal, lots of great locations on the map, great guns.
It's a great map in general.
Yeah.
I really like this map. It's huge, and it's like, maybe this is wrong, I'm going to go with French or Italian-esque landscapes. Like
there's
vineyards and
there's a lot of
rolling
nice
hills.
stuff like that, and cool buildings and cool architecture and
Piazzas.
some of the things. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
You were going to say weapons. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. The weapons are cool because you can add you can upgrade them with like parts and like scopes and clips and barrels and all that kind of stuff. And at first I didn't think Fortnite was kind of the place for that, just because you're playing with 100 other real people, and I mean I spend forever updating weapons usually in games, but it's it's easy to use. It's nice, and you can really customize like the loadout that you really like. And
you want a laser sight and a scope on a shotgun, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
it's not going to make any sense, but you can do it.
You want a sniper rifle with no scope at all? Sure.
Iron sight sniper rifle, give it to me. I love when I pick those up, because I'm like, I see it's the sniper rifle. I'm like, oh, this is the one I want, and then I'll never look until there's an enemy, and I'll be like,
yeah, exactly.
There's no sight on this.
Is that how it comes stock, or like?
No, stock
you can
has
find
this.
them like in any configuration, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
But is that something that somebody dropped at some point, or it's just that like it's just
probably not necessarily.
Probably not.
thought
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
sure
you were, like,
someone.
laughing?
You know what? Smarter people would do that. They'd have like a good sniper rifle and find a better one, upgrade the better one, and then mod the old one to not have a scope anymore and
And then
drop it.
drop
So
it.
some schmuck like us comes along and gets into a fight. And we're like, there's no scope on this thing.
That's a lot of work, but it can be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we've been playing. It's fun. I'm trying to think of things that I've left out.
The quality of life for the shield and the health.
Oh yeah,
Such a game changer.
you can now move while healing and while drinking health, which helps a lot.
For those who don't know, you couldn't before. You had to stand still when you were using a med kit or drinking any shield. You can't run now, but you can walk, and just that makes such a big difference, because you're not a sitting duck. And if you're in the storm healing up, you can continue to get out of the storm. It makes a big difference. And the reboot van is different.
Yeah,
the reboot van used to completely deplete if you were killed during a reboot. Like if you're trying to do a reboot, it takes like 10, 15 seconds before the reboot's successful. If you got shot or moved away from the reboot van, it would completely reset to 0 and you'd have to start over. Now it slowly decreases if you step away, which means you can maybe get in a fight, take somebody out, and go back to the reboot, and you don't have to start from scratch,
Right.
which is fantastic. So good.
Yeah, those are great quality of life little add-ons there. Yeah, a lot of fun. Vehicles are back. Dirt bikes are back.
Got
There's
that
a
grapple, whatever it is.
There's a cool like grapple blade that allows you to slice and dice, but also grapple quickly to a point, like point to point on the map,
or directly to another person. You can grapple
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, and I've got I need to get better at using it because there's some people where if you're on top of a mountain and they whack you
Yeah.
with that thing, you just die from falling off the mountain.
Yep.
So those are little tricks that I need to start utilizing if I can. There's a train now that goes like around
train?
the whole map.
Or Deux last night. I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah, you and Lube were on the train. I was trying. I had gotten separated from you from the start. I landed a little bit further off than you guys did, and then I was trying to catch up to you guys once we got our bearings, and you guys hopped on a train right as I was getting to like the train depot where it was pulling out of, and I did so. I couldn't get on the train at that moment, but I was able to hop this dirt bike. And I'm like tearing across the map trying to get to them. By this time, they're on the train, across the whole entire map,
literally halfway across. The map.
I this is how intense. I was looking to get back with them. I found a cemetery on the map, and I kept going. I didn't even stop and take a look at
his
it.
favorite thing in any game.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was there. So we got to go back to this cemetery. It was really cool. But anyways, I'm like bombing on this dirt bike trying to get to them, and I finally see them across the river. There's a zip line going across this river, and then there's another town, and they're about to pass through the town on the train. And just at that moment, I happened to drive in between two teams going to town on each other. So they're shooting both teams are shooting at the guy on the dirt bike. My dirt bike is like smoking. I like jump off of the dirt bike, grab the zip line, come right across the lake into the town, and I miss the train again by like inches.
And the worst part is like I'm on the train with Lube, and I look over. I was looking on the map screen to see Duke because he was so far away, but then I saw like your icon actually on the screen. I was like, there's Deux, I can see. And like I looked over and I see you on the dirt bike, like on a couple mountains over. I was like, there he is, I can finally see him. And then it all fell apart.
It was so close. And I was trying to catch you guys for like minutes. Right. And I was like really bumming. And so I ended up getting killed right across that river. RMC came back, grabbed my card, rebooted me. We messed around a little bit in a certain area of the map. And then the storm constricted us to go back the way that we came, and I went across that zip line trying to get away from some bad guys. Didn't realize it was the same zip line, and when I got to the end, there was my smoked out dirt bike that I had left there. But
come to finish the job.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's really cool. The train thing is a lot of fun, and it's always I thought because the map was so big, you wouldn't get a good chance to like ride that train, but like that train really comes around. Like a lot of times you'll be in the thick of it, and you just hop on the train to escape, and it's really worked out.
It's very satisfying to get away from people by hopping on the train, and equally unsatisfying when you get to a new station and there's people shooting you as you come in.
Yeah.
But it's a fun map. It's a really fun map.
I'm saying it right now. I think Epic and the makers of Fortnite were robbed of the best ongoing game at the Video Games Awards.
That's what we should have talked about that.
I mean, this game is just the gift that keeps on giving. And then with the Lego version, I haven't played it yet, but you're going to talk about it. So with the Lego version and the other versions that are coming out,
Rocket Racing came out yesterday, and the Rhythm game came out today. They added 3 brand new experiences, full-fledged games that you just get by downloading regular Fortnite.
I don't know how this game
for free
can keep getting good, stay free, and keep updating constantly, knocking it out of the park. And then you've got Cyberpunk coming out with DLC, and they get best ongoing game.
Deux and I were talking about this last night because we're on the same page. We both really disagree with the fact that it was even nominated for best ongoing game because it's not an ongoing game.
How is that ongoing? It's a single player game that you're just
playing. So like I said to Deux, so any game that gets DLC can be considered an ongoing game. You drop 1 DLC pack a year or 2, and it's like, I'm an ongoing game. It's not the same as a Apex Legends or Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone or Valorant or any number of games that are literally ongoing and get
Yeah.
updates on a monthly basis, if not more than that.
And we said no, like if you want to say something that's been updated, then No Man's Sky
Yeah.
is the closest I think I would get to a quote ongoing
And that's
game of that.
way more ongoing.
Yeah.
And this isn't a knock against Cyberpunk in other areas. It's just the fact that I don't believe it's an ongoing game.
That's what I wanted to ask earlier. Cyberpunk was nominated for like a bunch of best stuff. Those are all just expansion packs.
It's
Or
just
DLC.
one-
It was
It's just one
DLC that came out
DLC.
this year. Yeah.
But they're treating it like it's its own content.
Yeah, as if it's its own game or something.
Well, what
It's
else was?
weird,
I don't
right?
remember what
Which
else
is
it was
weird,
nominated
because then
in.
they're going to treat it like it's its own game. I feel like it was on a
Maybe
bunch of different.
I thought I saw it a
lists.
couple times too.
So that's why I thought it was a new game.
Was there a
but
best
then-
DLC category? That's the only thing I could think.
But then
that
they're
going to
treat it as its own. They're going to say they're going to treat it like it's a new game, but also treat it like it's an old ongoing game.
It was weird. It was almost like they were upset that when it came out, it wasn't up to par. So they were like, "Well, let's give it an award now." It's like Leo DiCaprio's best movie isn't The Revenant, but they gave him the Oscar for that because it
Okay.
had been it'd been time.
It was nominated, so it got the Phantom Liberty DLC. It was nominated for Best Narrative. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Best Performance for Idris Elba. That's fine too. Got no problem with that. Best Community Support. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Best Ongoing Game. There you go. So Best Ongoing Game. It should not have been Best Community Support. Whatever, that's fine. And the other two, I literally have no issue with.
I guess that's fine.
So there you go.
I noticed Idris wasn't at the show.
Idris
though.
Elbis.
And so this Fortnite
Elbra
has-
Idra.
So they're basically creating extra games inside of Fortnite.
And
now,
it's not
too.
limited time. It's
forever.
not a tiny sliver of an experience. It's literally a fully fledged brand new game.
the Fortnite Rocket
Lego
Racing.
Fortnite, Rocket Racing,
Right.
and whatever the Fortnite music one they're
So
called.
they're,
I don't remember.
they're
what the name of it
creating
is.
their own.
Well,
What
I wrote on Patreon last night. It's like Ready Player One. It's like the Oasis. Epic is turning Fortnite into the Oasis.
Right. So they're basically doing what Meta wants to do.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yes, except the Epic's
They're doing it.
actually doing it. Yeah, you're
So
100%
and so then
right.
there's Rocket Racing, but then there's also a Rocket League racing game.
But Rocket Racing is made by the company that makes Rocket League because Epic owns
so,
Psyonix.
okay.
So it uses the
So they are the
cars
same
from
thing.
Rocket League. And the Rocket League official Twitter account or X account was like, we see some concern. Rocket League's not done. We have years worth of things planned for Rocket League. We are just also making Rocket Racing for Fortnite. So
Okay.
They were
No,
like-
because I saw I saw the trailer for that. It was a big reveal during the Game Awards. I don't know if you saw it. And I thought it was I didn't realize it was connected to Fortnite because I was.
yeah,
half-
you literally download Fortnite for any of these things we're talking about. You just download regular Fortnite, and the menu below has all those things. It has a section like also made by Epic, and it's there. That's it. It uses the same lobby and everything. You just go into you pick the icon for the game you want, and you load in, and that's it.
So
I haven't
now
done the
if
racing. I really want to do it.
So if I was doing the Rocket Racing, you guys would go in to play Fortnite, and you'd see that I'd be logged in, and then you'd be giving me a hard time.
No, because to tell you the truth, we only want you there to talk, so you could go Rocket Race, and we could Fortnite, and we can talk to each other.
But I still can't talk because I'm playing it on the Switch.
You can, yeah.
How?
It all uses one party chat across everything.
All right.
You could be on your phone. That's it. You just play. You plug in a headset. The end.
Times have changed, huh?
Like, no, because it's been like this for 6 years.
You
now.
guys used to play it like you were telling me that I should load up my Xbox 360 to use the online chat thing
that
through
was when the
that
chat was
while
all
I'm
messed up.
playing on the Switch, and it was like, no, I'm not.
Well, no, he wanted to
that
play
was 'cause-
solitaire.
yeah, that's
so
right.
you can't play
No.
solid. You wanted to play something else on your Switch, and you couldn't also do that and play Fortnite to use just the microphone.
No, I'm probably remembering it wrong because my brain is stupid. But you guys wanted me to play Fortnite, and I couldn't talk to you without playing it through a different.
It might have been
program.
because that for a while there the chat was weird. So if we had more than 4 people, we had to do an Xbox.
There
party
was a
chat.
chat issue. That's true.
Yeah.
So it could have been that too. I remember both. I could have sworn we tried every which way to get you somehow to just chat with us. But we've learned our lesson. We haven't bugged you about it in
We haven't.
a
You
while.
haven't pestered.
We have
We
not
haven't
pestered. There's been no pester.
but we talk about you every time we play with the
We
boys.
do. That is not a lie. We do
That old son of a gun.
almost, I would say almost at least a couple times a week. We do talk about you.
Well, we only play a couple times a week. So.
That's yeah, that's true. Oh, and friends play. We talk
Have
about
you heard from that dummy? No.
Um,
Well, move on to the next comment.
Those are
Well,
when
it's
enemies are
usually
playing.
from other people who are, let's say they're green, and they're like, "Why doesn't he play?" And we're like, just like
What do
he's
you mean
not gonna
green?
play.
You're all playing with the same people. You keep bringing new people into it.
Well, we got Cody, we got Adam, we got Brian.
The
we
names
got-
have been changed for their
Yes.
safety, ladies and gentlemen.
So there's. I mean, Brian just joined like what, a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, something like that.
I mean, he's so into it that he hurt his back, so he can't play because he can't sit in one position for very long. But when we play now, he'll hop on. Last night he hopped on and didn't play and just sat and chatted with us.
Just to talk. He went and sat at his old crappy
The
computer
poor
just
guy.
to log in
I
and
can't
talk.
even think how bad it's got to hurt when you can't sit and
Yeah.
play video games.
Yep.
And I kind
He's
of
got to get that gaming chair where he lays down.
So we said to him.
Yeah, we said that to him.
So you
actually.
don't need me in there for my opinions.
Oh boy! All right, well we get it. We're not asking
Aye,
yet.
aye,
Next
aye.
topic. What else did you play? Do
That was it. I'm on the lookout for something new. I almost went ahead and did the Alan Wake 2 this week, but I don't know. I read more about how it's not going to be physical, and that threw me off. It shouldn't, but it threw me off. So I'm going to wait until it becomes physical, and I think I'm going to buy it then. But
if it becomes physical,
hopefully it will.
I'm
It might
sure
not
it
even.
will. I'm gonna guess it will happen. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm holding off on that for now, and then who knows? Maybe as Christmas gets closer, I might pull the trigger on something digital that's discounted. But we'll see.
Were you a good boy this year?
No, so I probably shouldn't. But yeah, so that was it
right.
for me. RMC, give us some sweet tidbits of what you've been playing.
I'm happy to. So I played a little more Spider-Man. I hardly really played any. I spent like a half hour doing a couple
More or
missions, and
less?
that's that. More or less. That's right. So nothing really to talk about there. Fortnite. Yes, we were playing the new season in Fortnite. I adore it. I love the changes. I love it because I never spend gold in Fortnite. I just never spend it because I'm like, it's not worth my time. And now through this mods thing, I'm like, yes, the price is right. I will spend my in-game gold. This is not
There's-
real money. This is in-game gold.
I know your rebuttals, but I just want to say, just because I love this, I love how, you never spent money before. You were so against it, and now there's money to be spent here, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Everybody come spend money. Hey, everybody over here, spend money. I get it. It's cheaper stuff, so that's why you do it. But I think that's funny. I also think it's funny that they make you, in the beginning of each game, they make you choose one of 3 challenges, like innocuous challenges, like shoot a guy with an assault rifle. Or pick
Well,
up
I
gold.
just want to jump in.
And
They
they're the
don't. They
worst.
don't make you do it. You can ignore it completely.
It's on the screen. There's no way to get it to go away.
Directional pad right makes it go away.
Which is the same as pressing X to choose one. So it's in your face no matter what. Nothing. He doesn't hate anything more than like the challenges where it's like, do this and get XP. No, I'm not doing that. I'm RMC. I don't do that. But now he's loves it. Oh, like
But
before
why?
each-
But why? But why?
before each. Now that I can't explain. I can tell you the other one, but before each thing, he'll be like, "What are we picking, fellas? Oh, I see what you're picking. Let's challenge it up. Challenge accepted." I mean, I'm buttering it up a little bit, but
No, buttering up is good.
okay, good.
You're souring it.
I'm souring it up. I'm souring it up a little bit, but okay.
What's
Please.
the opposite of butter?
So why? So then why do you?
Because the benefits go to the whole team, not just me. If it was just me, I wouldn't do anything.
but if you, when you're doing challenges, the team can do a challenge and you get the XP for it. You just don't have to choose the challenge. So
Yeah, but I do because they go to the whole team.
Because he's so awesome.
If I pick one, now when I pick one, sometimes you and I pick the same things. It'll be like survive or
I try to
pick
the
up a
ones-
gun and put a scope on it, like
Yeah.
stuff anybody's going to do, because then I know it's going to go to the whole team. Like everybody gets stars and benefits. Now, other ones that are like shoot 60 people or shoot 5 people with a shotgun. And I'm like, I'm not doing that one. So it's never in the game where I'm like, I need to do this objective. It's always the ones I can passively do. and I pick them because everybody on the team benefits. We all level up because of it. So that's why I do it. If it was just me, no interest. But
Well, that's good.
there
I
you
like
go.
it. I like
there you
it.
go. Because I watched a little tutorial thing, and I was like, oh, that's cool that it actually works for the whole team instead of just the person. I like things when they benefit the whole team, which is why I love rebooting and throwing med kits and shit. Like I love doing that stuff. That's my favorite part. But yeah, this new season, there's not really a Fortnite season.
I don't need
like.
these perks, but some of my teammates could really use a
no,
hand.
it's not in-game perks. It's not in-game perks.
is it,
It's
money?
outside. It's battle. It's stars to unlock free content. So outside the game, there's a battle pass. You can pay for a battle pass, or there's also a free track battle pass. And sometimes that gets you an emote or a skin or a backpack, or even sometimes 100 V-Bucks for nothing. So if we all do those stuff, everybody gets stars, and you spend like 5 stars here, 10 stars here, and there you go. Everybody gets stars. It's worth it.
So he's doing it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
I've liked every Fortnite season, some better than others, but I've liked them all. But this one it's an upper echelon one for me. I love the look.
This one
I
just
love the
started,
design.
like, a
Yeah,
week
just
ago?
only a week. Yeah. It's a very huge map. It's very interesting. It's got lots of elevation to it. Like there's a lot of varying elevations, high snowy mountains, very low valleys with streams. And I love it's great. I really, really like it. I'm a big fan of this map. It really feels like they went all out for to be like, hey, here's the OG season for how it used to be, where things are very plain. Now here's where Fortnite is now, where it's insane.
They also updated some of the animations and things like that.
Yeah, character animations are completely overhauled. Your movement, like you now move more into your animations rather than like a start and stop to them. So yeah, they've gone all out. They've even visually overhauled the Switch version of the game from the ground up. And I watched a video about it yesterday because I kept hearing about it. And my cousin was like, Fortnite looks like a lot better on Switch. And I'm not playing on Switch anymore. I watched a video yesterday. They've like really amped it up. Like now there's real grass like there is in other games. There wasn't in Fortnite on Switch before. Like they've done a lot. It looks considerably better. So good for them. But yes, love this season. So I played that a lot this week, really enjoying it. I bought the battle pass. I'm working my way through it, so that's fun. But
not even close.
There's something else I spent way more time on this week. What is it? It's Fortnite. I started Lego Fortnite because I was like, I like Minecraft. I want to try Lego Fortnite. It's free. It's free.
Uh-oh. Is this a Minecraft killer?
I don't want to say it's a Minecraft killer because I also don't want to say it is Minecraft because there are very stark differences between the two. It's very obviously inspired by Minecraft.
It's Minecraft plus Minecraft,
but it does
dungeons.
different things together. That's not a bad way of looking at it. Minecraft you got to pay for. Fortnite, Lego Fortnite is free.
Wasn't Minecraft free initially?
Who doesn't have Minecraft now?
Wasn't Minecraft free?
I was thinking
No,
the same
never.
thing.
It's part of Game Pass. But yes, I mean, it's clearly people still don't. It's in the top 10 every month. People are still buying it.
Yeah, it's true.
So yes, I tried Lego Fortnite. I was like, let me see if this is going to be any good. And I tried it on my own one night. Fell in love with it. So how is it like Minecraft? You need materials to make things, to build buildings, to outfit yourself with stuff, to make, weapons and items like pickaxes and swords and stuff like that. That is certainly how it's like Minecraft. So you go out and you forage, you collect things, you bring it back, you store it at your house. How is it not like Minecraft? In Minecraft, you can dig any plot, any hole, anywhere, build whatever you want with your dirt squares and sand squares and stone squares, whatever. You can do whatever you want. In Lego Fortnite, there are like prefab things that are built out of Legos, and you just need the right materials to make them. So it'll be like, here's a crappy shack, and you need this many Lego wood and this many Lego graphite. And if you have that right amount, it'll prefab build it for you. So it's like lay the floor, put up the walls, put on the roof, bing, you're done.
Building like you're in Fortnite, but with Lego.
It's similar.
Or almost like
it's not anywhere
Tears of
near
the Kingdom, where like you need to come back to this
Yes.
person with so many
Yes.
things.
Like what you'll see is a silhouette of like a blue Lego wall.
Right.
and all you decide is
Fortnite.
where you want to place it.
Right.
So yes, it's similar to Fortnite in that regard. But what in Fortnite, you're just like slapping walls together, and that's it pretty much. Here, it looks like a building.
But it's the same build mechanic.
It is based on Fortnite's build mechanics, yes, but simplified a great deal. You can still rotate and push and pull, put things wherever you want, but it's cool to see everything is built out of Lego pieces. So your fort looks like a Lego building. Now the land surrounding you, that looks like a Fortnite game. Like the visuals look like Fortnite, but things that you pick up and collect, like bricks or rocks, look like Lego rocks, and trees look like Lego trees, and things like that. The animals running around are all Lego related animals, Lego wolves and Lego sheep and all that. And it's more about going off on adventures to upgrade your base, to woo people to your base. So like you can upgrade your base to have more buildings and do different things and craft better things. And you need to go out and get materials. You can play with real people, but there's NPCs in it that help you. So like I have a few NPCs at my town, and I'll send them out to go collect things for me, or they'll come with you on missions if you want them to.
If real people come, can they demolish your stuff?
Real people cannot randomly come into your game. They have to be invited, or they have to be your friend. As far as I know, I'm sure real people can't come in and ruin things at all. Yes,
to wreck things, right?
So I took the first night to learn a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, I hardly left the area of just where you start out because I was just learning things, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fantastic. This is like, I love this. This gives me everything I like in Minecraft, but a whole bunch of things that aren't in Minecraft. And it's giving me that same feeling. I was like, the only reason I stopped playing is because I had to go to bed. I was like, I just want to keep playing. It was fantastic. So my cousin the next day was like, have you tried Lego Fortnite? I said, yes, I have. And he's like, how good is it? I was like, I agree. It's amazing. He's like, I want to make
He's like, no, I'm asking, how good is it?
He said, I want to make a family map that we can all play on. I was like, I'm in, I'm down. So he was gonna go do that. I talked to my mom, who's a big Minecraft fan. I was like, Mom, Lego Fortnite. She's like, I saw it. I didn't try it yet. She went in and tried it. She's like, oh my god, it's so great. So last night I was like, can't wait to play Lego Fortnite again. I went, no, it's all good. I went in, I did some work. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I went to go play Lego Fortnite, and I go on, and my mom is online, and she's playing Lego Fortnite. So I put on my headset, and I'm like, Mom, do you want to come play Lego Fortnite? I'll invite you to my world. So she jumped in,
man.
and for the next,
she's like, you got to clean this room up.
For the next 3+ hours, my mom and I had the best Lego Fortnite adventure. It's going to be one of my favorite game memories for the rest of my life. It was just because she's new to it. It's 2 days old. I'm new to it. I knew a little bit more than her, but she knew things I didn't know too. And we just were setting out on adventures and exploring and going into caves. And it was so much fun. You can have up to 8 friends in a game with you. It was just me and my mom last night, but it was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. And I saw so many things I wanted to go and do, but the game is new. So I'm like very under leveled in as far as like the weapons I can make and stuff. So there's so many things for me to tackle later as it grows. It was so much fun. We went to abandoned houses and searched through treasure chests and found stuff that I'd never seen before. We fought wolves together. We were dodging lightning bolts and rainstorms. We were fighting off skeletons at my base. We saw like this house that had a campfire where there was smoke, and I was like, maybe the people over there are nice. They were not nice, and they killed us right away. Like one guy killed us. He had like a giant these are computer players, had a giant broadsword and hit me once, and I was dead. So you explode, and you have a chance to go back and pick up your stuff. So I went back over there and snuck in and grabbed my stuff and grabbed my mom's backpack, and like 7 of them came chasing after me. My mom's running towards me, and I'm running away. I'm like, Mom, run away! Mom, they're coming! And we're getting chased by wolves on the way. It was great. It was great. We found this giant cave system that we went through to collect all these materials, and we were fighting skeleton miners that were in there, and it was so much fun. And our swords ended up breaking, so like we collected materials inside the cave to make the machines to make more swords, and we set up like a little like outpost inside the cave. Oh my god, it was so much fun. We saw so many things we wanted to do along the way. We got chased by a pack of druids with crossbows. They just spotted us and started firing at us off the roof of this building. It was amazing. It's amazing. There's so much stuff to do and see, and it's so much fun to just explore. And there's this like giant cold area that we need. It's like Zelda. Like you'll either need to wear clothing to go there,
Oh, cool.
or eat berries or whatever food will give you the ability to run around in the cold.
Is it like Zelda where there's not a level up system, but it's like the equipment that you make levels you up?
You're
So
exactly right.
if
The
you
only
don't
thing that
wanna
has
get killed by one hit by a broadsword, you level up your armor or
Yep,
something. Or,
Yep. And if you want to fight stronger, you level up, you build better equipment. And to build better equipment, you need to make better machines. And you know, things progress as you go on. The only thing you level up that I've seen so far is your home base. And leveling up your home base allows you to make all the better stuff. So like leveling up your home base gives you new prefab options, and then the machines you have can be upgraded too. So like I have like a crafting bench that I've already upgraded once to make better stuff, but I can upgrade it again. And you'll need like 6 of this thing and 7 of that thing to do it. And sometimes you're like, where even is this thing? You just go out and explore and look for it.
Is the map as big as the regular Fortnite?
So
map,
every
which is-
map is randomly generated. I don't know how big it is, but it's huge. Like
Can you look at the map on a map screen?
you can hit a map screen and pull out and zoom out, but it's all like undiscovered. So I can see where I've been versus how much landscape there is. But then again, there's also caves, and they can be a couple rooms or sprawling landscapes.
And you can build anywhere you want.
You build anywhere you want. Yep. As far as I know, as long as the plot of land is big enough for what you're trying to build, you can build there. I cannot. It's really, really bringing me back to the early days of Minecraft. But there's just something about this. It feels different enough, but it feels more traditional game-ish in the sense that you're going out and doing things rather than going out and making your own fun. Like I know there are things to do in Minecraft. There's a lot of stuff, but like, you know, you have more of like game-oriented goals to tackle here. And I love it. I really love it. I had so much fun playing last night. I am not forcing you to try it. I know you said you saw the trailer and you were interested. If
No,
you
I
want to
wanna
hop
try-
in
I
one
wanna
day, you
try.
can come into my game and we'll futz around. It is fantastic. Lube is gonna love it. He's gonna freak over it.
If he's allowed to play.
He's gonna adore it.
And as far as we know, this isn't temporary. This is like an actual new mode.
No,
that's
this is it
sticking around.
forever. Yeah, this is
Cool.
it forever. Here's another cool part. You get battle pass stars for playing this that apply to regular Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah, so if you spend time in there, you're going to take battle pass stars over to regular
That's
Fortnite.
interesting.
But I have nothing but great stuff to say about it. I absolutely love it. Had a fantastic time. Here's the other really cool thing. Again, this is from Minecraft. I don't know if Lego Fortnite takes it to a greater degree or not. But if there are mechanics in the game you don't like and don't want to deal with, you turn them off. So if you don't like the hot and cold mechanic, you turn it off and you never deal with it. I don't like the hunger mechanic in games. I like eat food because you're hurt, and that's that. Some games have eat food because you're hungry, and there's a hunger meter that constantly wears down. I don't like that, so I turn it off. I don't have it in my game. I eat food for when I get hurt and I need hearts. I don't eat food because I'm hungry. So that I love it. That's the way I
Is that
like
for
to play.
everybody who comes to your.
If you come to
Gotcha.
play in my map, that's how it is. Yes. And all it is an on and off toggle. You can change it anytime you want. It's not like you made your world this way. This is the way it is forever. You can swap it on and off whenever you want. You can play survival or you can play peaceful, just like Minecraft. So you can have a world filled with enemies, or you can have a world you just explore and there's no enemies to
So
bother
you
you.
can go in peaceful, build up a huge thing, and then turn off peaceful.
You
and
got it.
Play if you want.
You got it. Yeah. So I'm keeping on. I'm not really a huge fan of like the hot cold meter, but I can handle it. So I'm leaving it on in my game. But there's been like plenty of places I've gone to where I'm like, it's too cold here. I can't explore yet. But you know, I'll get to the time when I can go there and explore.
Will enemies come and attack you, or do you have to kind of go and find them?
They will during the day. They will at night. They'll really go for you. Like night brings out a whole new set of enemies. The skeletons pop up all over the place, and they will run and attack your base. But I've not had anything destroyed at the base. It's totally fine. Plus, Lego NPCs come to you, and they'll stay at your house, and they will defend it for you. So, like, I do stuff at my house at night, and I don't worry at all about enemies because the 3 people that live at my house go out and do it. And those NPCs, I'll be like, hey, go out and find stuff for me during the day, and they'll bring back stuff. Or it's like they can go with you on a mission, or not on a mission. They can just go with you wherever you go. They'll be like, do you want me to come fight with you? And I'll say, yeah, and you go out with them. So they're really helpful. It's crazy because in most games, I hate characters that escort you. And here I'm like, yes, grab stuff for me. This is awesome.
So can you leave your base and go exploring
I don't
anywhere?
worry about it at all.
And you don't have to worry about like something coming and
Not one
crushing the
bit.
base. Like
You can put up walls and stuff. I have never had my base destroyed in any way, shape, or form, even a little bit. It's always there and it's always fine. So it's great. Yeah, I cannot say enough good things about this, and it's crazy that it's 100% free. You could download Fortnite today and never play regular Fortnite and only play Lego Fortnite and never spend a dime. And your character looks like a Lego character. Unfortunately for me, Spider-Gwen is not a Lego. There's no Lego Spider-Gwen yet. She's coming in January. But there is
they're
Lego.
making all the Fortnite characters into Lego characters.
All of them.
Even Lil Whip?
Yes. Lil Whip might already be one of them that's there.
What?
So unfortunately for me, I
Wow.
cannot be Spider-Gwen, but I can be Domino, my old Marvel character. So I'm playing as Domino
That's so
right now.
cool.
And I just saved a preset I have a preset for Lego Fortnite and a preset for regular Fortnite. And I just hit that and swap in. But
you can't be a polar bear yet?
I didn't look.
That'll
I
be a
just
funny
looked
one.
and I saw Domino and I was like,
But every character you're saying they're
eventually
gonna have?
every character. Yes,
Really?
there will be a Lego version of them.
Now, how are they just hoping that this will run back into Fortnite and they can get more money, or is there a separate battle pass for Lego where you might spend real money? Like
no separate battle pass.
There's nothing that you could think of where you would spend real money on this. It's
There,
not
like in the
necessary?
Fortnite store, there are Lego characters that you can get. So I would imagine it works the same way both ways. You buy a Fortnite character and you'll get the Lego skin, or
Okay.
you buy a Lego skin and you'll get the Fortnite character.
Interesting.
Because there's not.
Very interesting.
I'd have to double check. I mean, skins going forward might be different because you'll get like one skin in Lego, and maybe there's not an alternate for Fortnite yet, but they'll come eventually. I don't know, but we'll find out. What's going on? But anyway, that's Lego Fortnite. Talked about it way too much. Love it. Guys, the game is free. Go try
It's
it.
free.
And you can, like I said, you can play peaceful and never worry about dying or getting hurt or dealing with enemies or hot or cold or any of that. You just leisurely explore to your heart's content.
I'll probably try it out this week. It sounds like a lot of fun. The trailer looked like fun.
It's great. It's great. This is not, like I said, obviously there's ties to Minecraft, but it's very clear Epic wasn't like, let's just fart this out. They must have been working on this for a long time because it feels great. And I'm 100% going to be playing it a lot. So there you go.
Do you remember at the Game Awards, Apex Legends had a character coming in like a real character that they were getting, and I was like, oh man, that character.
Final Fantasy character.
Yes, that's what it was. I was like, oh man, like, they backed the wrong horse. They should have put their characters on Fortnite where people would actually play. I don't know. People probably play
Apex Legends is still popular.
Congratulations, people who play that game. Good for you.
Yeah,
peace and love.
they got
Not
somewhere around 1 million player base last I checked, 700,000 to 1 million. So it's very popular. It certainly is. But yes, it's getting Final Fantasy 7 something.
yet. Right.
Let's do questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com. GoNinpod@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo, video games in general, or whatever the hell you want. Today's question comes from Grantimus. I've listened for so long that I find myself quoting your soundboard clips all the time in real conversations. That's an honor.
No
Thank you.
way. I don't believe it.
Josh's classic, I don't want to be here. No, Josh. Okay. Some guy saying, yeah, I thought about that too. Some guy. That's Barry.
Barry Burton. You get it right.
Or Larry King Sonic impersonation. Nobody
I
cares
don't
about
want
me.
to be
Thank you,
here.
Josh. Those are
No one
staples.
cares about me.
Those are staples in my everyday
So
talk,
good.
my day-to-day talk. And maybe that says something about me. Yeah, it says you're good. It says you're normal. Does the crew have soundboard favorites that they'll say in real life, not just to each other, but in regular people conversation all the time?
Oh yeah.
Not just soundboard, but yes, we have no reason to say it, but we say, "Do I have Tubi?"
Oh my god. I
Say it
talk
all
in
the time.
quotes only.
Yes, all the time.
And GIFs
Fortnite
and
stuff,
memes.
Simpsons
Do I
stuff,
have Tubi?
internet stuff. Yeah, no good.
No good.
No
I
good.
say
That's
that
not on
all
the
the time.
soundboard, though, is it?
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
said Fortnite, soundboard, and TikTok, as Deux said, and just popular culture. Yeah, all the time. We say lots of Simpsons stuff. I say lots of Simpsons stuff to the degree that some of them I've forgotten have come from the Simpsons. So
We do this one a lot.
German.
nah, not a lot.
Money. I say money all the
Mhm.
time.
You know what we've been doing a lot of, or I've been doing a lot of. Oh my god, I just forgot it.
Hey,
The chef guy. All right.
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yep. Say that.
Still
all the
hot
time.
out there? All right. So yes, you're not alone. We all definitely do it. Aubrey, we also have a Patreon question. Do you know you could join the Patreon?
For $1.
$1. Giant Reggie did. Giant Reggie says, what is George's opinion on the lack of a lime emoji in the modern emoji lexicon? Who decided that we have a lemon emoji but no lime? If George wants to start a petition, I'll be sure to sign on the dotted lime.
Oh.
George, how do you feel? A lemon emoji and no lime.
I feel betrayed.
Oh, very sad. I'm sorry, George. I feel like a real sucker.
Yeah.
Pretty sour about it. Oh my God. He's
Tim-
throwing his own voice.
Tim Apple doesn't care about George Lime.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Screw you, Tim Apple. It's time for George Lime. That is great. The man, the man's full of a brilliant, I'm sorry. He's full of I think 7 brilliant thoughts that I've heard so far. Not a million. It would never be a million. That's far too high of a number. And they just keep coming. So thank you, George. One day you'll get your lime emoji. Come on. There's got to be people who want to use a lime emoji. I know lemon.
They're delicious and refreshing.
Yeah, I know people say things are a lemon or something. I know people don't say lime and to mean other things unless it's yard work related or something. You throw down lime for grass or something to kill grass, weeds.
Limestone,
Right?
But sure.
Thank you. You looked at me like I was
don't think
crazy.
you kill weeds with it, but
No,
it is
not
something you use in your
limestone
yard.
lime. You throw down lime.
But it is made from limestone.
I know, but you don't call it. You don't say I'm throwing down limestone.
Okay.
Lime powder.
It's not made from limes, though.
It's not made from limes. That's true.
Can't juggle that. Get all powdery.
All right, Mom Brain. It is that time.
Time for me to talk about what I played.
Ooh,
She was feeding the cat at the time.
yikes!
Yeah, we gotta go.
Mom Brain, what'd you play?
That.
I played a little Penny and Flo. I played Suika game, and I played Life is Strange.
That's
what
Life
we
is Strange
wanted
going.
Life
there.
is Strange. The first Life is Strange?
Yeah.
Wow.
She also has Fortnite ready to try Lego
yeah,
Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll play tonight, depending on when we get back. Life is Strange is great. Had a little bit of a situation this week in real life that had to be dealt with.
That was fun. We'll have to
In
tell you guys
real
about
life
that
is strange?
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go with strange.
Yeah. Everybody's healthy and fine, and everything's fine. But so I was exhausted.
Speaking of sound of quotes, I'm fine.
I'm fine. But I'm enjoying it still. Again, a little bit of the
Yes,
slow.
but where are you at?
I don't remember. I played early in the week.
Did you beat the second chapter? Are you on the third chapter at least? Do you know
No,
how many chapters?
no, I'm in the second chapter. I visited. I was like, oh no, that's the first chapter where you go through your friend's house. I can't tell you how like
Yes.
nerve wracking
I
it
remember
is.
that being nerve wracking. Yeah,
to be like-
because her dad's an asshole and you're sneaking through the house.
Yeah, and you're like, I really want to find stuff out, and I could rewind time.
because you're
so
in the
like,
garage and there's things you want to look at, and you're like, is this guy gonna come in the house now?
and then of course
Yeah.
it's like these consequences will have
Yeah,
actions,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh no.
I imagine this is a hard game for you. Like,
Yeah.
it stressed me out a lot.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. No complaints.
Yeah, whenever they say like so and so will remember that.
Yeah.
It's
When you
like,
see,
then
like-
it's like, what did I say? Like I
yeah.
thought I was really paying
when
attention.
you see the little Polaroid in the corner to signify something happened, every time I see that, I'd be like, what did I do? What did I say?
I know. That's it. That's all I
Okay.
think. I think
Sorry,
that's all
I remembered to ask you first and then forgot to ask you.
It's
in
okay.
detail.
It's fine.
All right, now let's do music. So send your music to goninpod@gmail.com.
Sure.
goninpod@gmail.com. Please put music in the title to help out Mom Brain. You guys are doing good because when I went into the email today, it was at $2.99. So you're keeping it up there. I very much appreciate it.
Did you 99?
Radical Defect Master Higgins says, "Can I just say before I was able
Oh,
to watch live, I always pictured George as a tiny statue holding a lime, like a little gnome."
Ooh, I like it.
He could
Sorry
be.
to
He could
disappoint.
be.
He's big.
George
He's
could
larger than life.
George could be whatever. That's true. He's quite literally the opposite.
music. You want to hear it?
You wanna hear it?
Oh.
All right, we are ready.
So before I start
Oh boy.
with music, there's no oh boy.
Music.
Um,
You see that Daft Punk album came out? That's just the instruments and no drums.
They broke up.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, they put out
didn't
like
hear
a without the drum track version of all of the most recent album. I was like, that's kind of interesting.
I'll listen.
Before we start, we got a late episode 900 congrats from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
Hi, GoNintendo crew. This is Jet Jaguar. I too would love to congratulate you on your milestone. I'm sorry this is late. Podcast episodes sometimes don't get played until I find the time to do so now. Oh, to do so now. Get it? Like these days.
Yes,
instead
I
of-
understand.
I'm doing it now.
These days.
Yeah. It's amazing how long your podcast has been part of my life. Just to date it, the concurrent podcasts I was listening to when I started listening to your show were One Up Yours, and GameSpot's The Hotspot. The
Oh.
Wii had just launched, and I was looking for Nintendo-specific content, so I searched iTunes and found you. The
Yeah.
rest is history.
I mean, I know that's how things are supposed to work, and I worked it like that, but it's just crazy that it actually worked.
Yeah. Thank you
And
for...
you stayed listening too.
Well, those two podcasts had kind of like sexual innuendo names. How did yours
Yeah,
not
get
get
in
in
there.
there?
I was a fan of One Up Yours. That was a good podcast.
Up yours, and the other one was I already forgot it.
The
but-
Hotspot.
The Hotspot.
Yeah, I mean, come
Mm.
on. Rrrr.
That's what I get from sitting at the desk for too long.
You get hotspots. Yep. Thank you for all that you do, and focus all attacks.
Oh, of course. The show wouldn't be that you're a part of show history. Thank you, Jet Jaguar. We're focused on you.
Whoa. First song tonight comes from Turbo K.
Oh. Okay. This has the feel of a new game. A new game pretending to be old.
I think that's exactly what happened. NES/Switch.
Okay. I like it. I'm not crazy about it, but I like it. I got no guess.
I got nothing.
I got nothing at all, unfortunately.
The game is Always Awakening.
Son of a bitch. I started playing that one and I never finished it. And I liked it. Just fell by the wayside.
This little ditty comes from Rosemary the Farmer.
Oh, crap.
Oh, that's Clubhouse Games.
It sure is. She actually dedicated this one to you.
Nice.
Love that jazz.
It's specifically
Solitaire?
Klondike Solitaire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a nice one.
That's how you make Solitaire even cooler.
As if. Okay, this one comes from Ask Me.
Oh, that's Rhythm Heaven.
It sure is.
This is the blocks. Blow, 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 blow. With the peg. Love this one. Man, I love that game. Time for a new one, Nintendo.
Lovely. This one comes from Jess I.
Can you turn it down a little bit? Great, perfect.
It's a little metallic.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. It's Japanese.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Hype.
I mean, I would guess so.
It's tough to place. I don't know. It's either like a... I don't know. It could be a platformer. It could be racing.
Racing.
Okay, racing. Is it Sega related?
I don't believe it is.
Okay, what's the system?
GameCube?
Kirby Air Ride.
No.
Racing on the GameCube. It's not Mario Kart.
Nope.
What racing was on GameCube? San Francisco Rush? I don't even remember. That was N64, I guess.
Nope.
This is tough. Is it futuristic?
I think so.
F-Zero GX.
No.
Didn't sound like it. Futuristic racing. Jesus, I don't know. This one's gonna hurt.
Well, is it a car racing game?
I mean, it's futuristic, so it's hard to say whether that's a car.
It's not we did F-Zero. It's not Wipeout. That's not on GameCube. Futuristic racing. Help me out. Help me out. PS2, GameCube, Xbox era racing.
Excite Box.
Mm-mm.
Ridge. It's not Ridge Racer.
It's not.
Go ahead. I'll take the loss.
The game is Tube Slider, the championship of Future Formula.
Well,
How
I
about
know it, but I never played it.
Clearly. This one comes from our friend Knock on
Well,
Wood.
I've played Tube Slider, just not on the GameCube. Oh, I know this right away. Shovel Knight,
You are correct.
the campfire song.
The Starlit Wilds campfire scene. Great job.
Game, great game.
Here comes one from Nico Darunia.
That's the Switch eShop loading.
It is. So nice, isn't it?
It's a nice one.
That'd be a nice phone ringer.
That's a.
Yeah.
You're right. That would be really good.
This one comes from Hailey and Tom.
Luigi's Mansion.
No,
I know this.
I think you do.
I should know this right away.
It's definitely familiar.
Switch.
Yeah.
Come on, Nicky Hill. Why do we both know this?
Is it Tears of the Kingdom?
Nope.
I'm gonna say it's not first party.
I don't believe it is.
This is Switch, you said?
It's Switch.
Oh, the sound is gonna drive me. I definitely know this.
I don't know that melody from the beginning. Is it part of a series?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I've lost
I'm
it
like,
now. The
I'm
beginning part really
stuck
got
in
me.
the ether. I can there's like this specific sound is tied so tightly to a game. Oh, it's driving me nuts. All right, well, Nicky Hill and I both know it, so
I might not know it. Like
it's Super Chariot.
No.
Oh, I haven't had one this painful in a long time. This is gonna really hurt me.
I can't think of anything. It might just be that is a very similar melody to like something else.
Afanada.
Yeah, it's Hollow Knight.
No.
Go ahead, rip my heart out.
What if I said Vitamin G?
Micro Machines.
I think
80s?
Vitamin G was into this. I think.
World of Warcraft.
80s?
As a young Vitamin G.
Oh, yes, that's what it is. Yes. Monster Boy or whatever.
Oh.
Wonder Boy.
That's
did play
why.
Wonder Boy.
Yes.
Wonder Boy.
It was Wonder Boy.
That was great.
All right. Our next song is from Wired.
Oh, don't do this to me. Maybe one day somebody will play this game at this table. This is Near Automata, or Near Automata, however you say it.
You are correct.
It's the tree with the robot families that are all living on the outskirts and doing their own thing. They're not part of
Covering
society.
their eyes and dressing scantily.
Sounds like fun.
Little freak town of like 20 robots that are off the grid. Pretending they're human. Cool stuff.
Alrighty. The next one comes from Spaniel 53.
Seems like something I should know, but it's not ringing any bells.
Super Mario RPG.
No. I don't think you know it. I mean, you know the game exists. It's not like a, I don't know what
Well,
game, but.
I give up. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, unsurprisingly, it is The Great Ace Attorney 2.
I would have never. If it doesn't sound like the DS or the GBA games,
Right.
it's a lot harder for me to get.
And the last song for this week comes from Akumaju.
Yeah, I thought so. Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Sure is.
Yeah.
If
I
only.
thought so at first.
Here you go.
This is like this is not the Super Nintendo or Genesis version. I don't think. I think it's an enhanced version. I could be wrong about that, but from just the beginning, I was like, "That's Zombies Ate My Neighbors." All right, we got a 7 out of 10. Not bad. 6 out of 9. I'll take it. Thanks for sending those songs in.
Well done.
Remember, put music in the title. How about Mom Brain? We like doing the music section, and we can only do it with your help. So thank you to those who constantly donate music. And I guess that's it, unless you got anything, to.
Deux Views.
Oh!
It's never news. Room of the Week, starring Deux Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, as you... I should just record it, so I don't have
No.
to say it
Part
every
of the
week.
charm
Absolutely.
is you doing
So-
this beginning.
You guys know how I like to do these rumors at the end of the show. Well, one just came across my desk, and I'm about to read it. My spiders, my flies threw one at us, and we're very lucky to have it. Now, normally they're rumors. This one's a little bit different this week. Turns out this is like actual news, hot off the press.
Wow.
So we're gonna do something different this time, and it's gonna be an actual trumer, as we can call them. So this is absolutely true. RMC, I'm going to need your help. The guy who voices Kratos.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Yes. So he,
That's his
according to
true
my spiders and my flies, has been
Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge has actually been hired on by the Call of Duty team
Awkward.
to write. Now, you'd think it would be for acting. Nope. To write the next single player
To make
campaign for the next thing.
You
'Cause
don't like what we did? You do it.
That's
Well, yeah,
right.
I mean,
So-
they want a longer campaign, so they're going to have him do the writing. Makes
exactly,
sense.
because he knows how to stay up there forever. So that's the trumer of the week. Thanks very much for listening, folks, and for believing it.
And then next time they'll
That's his
get
true
a
man.
voice actor from Call of Duty to go on stage and make fun of his game. So
Yeah, it's a long game, so they can
Yep.
humiliate him next year.
playing a couple of years out. I like it. Well, thank you for that definitely true rumor. And thank you, those of you who joined us early for the live version of the show. We are very happy to hear you and have you and see you. And it was a pleasure. Remember, next week we will be doing another round of Do You Nintendo, our trivia section. As Mom Brain's wonderful suggestion, we will have a dice that we will roll, or
That
a
is
die,
correct.
whatever it's called. And this is great. 5 questions, all about games on Nintendo systems. Everyone you answer gets you a chance to win the grand prize, which is a random Switch eShop game. Could you be the next winner? Retsuza was a winner. It only took him one question about the Monado, or as Duke kept saying, the Gabado. So thank you very much. Get ready next week. Be here live, 3:15. If you're in the chat, you'll have a chance to play. And we'd love to give away another prize. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Everybody.
Oh, you were doing a fade. I should have went with yours, son of a bitch. All right, after show. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to say? Any notes?
You want to try these here on the after show?
I meant to try. So mad.
No.
I meant to do that during the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have brought it up because I brought them in.
I even put it somewhere different.
I was gonna get. Should I get a?
next week? Maybe we'll do it during the show next week.
I would like to do it during the actual show.
Okay, then hold on to them.
Damn it. I was like, I can't wait to try these. I put it out on the shelf, so I saw it.
The
and I
other thing
forgot.
too is that there's only
He has the
they're small.
Nicky Hill has the Campbell's soup inspired infused chocolate candies. And we are going to taste them next week.
They're very
I know,
pretty.
that's what I thought when I
I don't
opened
want to
it.
mess it up because it's such nice.
They are very
packaging.
pretty. You're going to get to see what they look like. Ooh.
So, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure they can. There you go. Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
look at those.
Beautiful.
The holiday sides collection.
We
Guess
will
what?
be trying that.
They're still available, and you can spend 15% less than I did.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
Just show 'em.
So we're gonna try those. Yeah. Anything else anybody want to talk about? I started Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I was
did
gonna watch
too.
2 episodes, but I watched one because
They're
I ended
long.
up playing Minecraft or Lego Fortnite with my mom.
It's an hour. long
Well,
episode.
how much? The first one is an hour. The other ones, I think, like Deuce said,
40
are
minutes,
like
like-
49,
Yeah.
52, somewhere around there.
It goes quick once you get into it.
I didn't think it was long. Like it was fine. How many did you watch? Just the first
Just
one?
the first.
Well, go right ahead.
I'm into it. I don't know.
Yes, opinion. You act like you're from another planet. I was just
No.
asking what you thought of it.
I'm into it. That's about it for right now. I don't know.
Man of many words. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it, but it's the first episode. I'm obviously gonna continue watching it. The thing I take issue with is so far in the first episode only, obviously, I feel like it's like we have to make sure people know this is an adult show. So it's like, here's nudity,
Yeah.
here's more nudity, here's the main character naked. And I'm like, I'm not a prude, but I'm like, you're taking away from the story by doing this. So I was like, eh. Plus the goober that she's dealing with, I'm like,
Okay,
no
good.
hands, man.
Wow, thank you. I was like, I'm not going to badmouth this character because RMC is
No.
going to love him.
Never
I
hold
can't
back.
believe-
I always want to
wow,
hear. I really don't
wow.
like him. He doesn't
Unbelievable.
call me crazy, but I would like the story to be all serious. Everything else is serious. I don't need comic relief of no hands, man. He's not unbelievably abrasive or anything, but when he comes on the scene, I'm like,
He grew on me a lot over the course of the show. But yeah, after the first, I didn't really like the show after the first episode too. I was kind of against it, but I don't know. I just kept going with it, and I'm glad that I did ultimately, because there's a lot of really great character stuff that I think happens throughout. But yeah, I felt the same as you, where it's like the hyper violence and the hyper blood and the nudity, like the gratuitous nudity, like all that stuff. I was like, all right, I get it. I'm watching an adult. I felt the same way. I'm watching an adult show.
I get it. Yeah, like you don't need to make. I get it though, because they're like, we got to make sure people feel better about watching a cartoon, so it's got to make sure
I don't
adult
think it
forward.
needed the nudity, but and I'm probably misremembering, but like things that came off as hyper violent, it's like portrayed as really violent, but then when you see what actually happens, you're like, it's like surgical, which I think is also the point too, where it's just like, because you expect like complete like annihilation,
Destroyed
and it's
people.
just like,
yeah.
damn, that
Except for that one guy that got its arm broken. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was gruesome.
in the first episode. Which one was that?
The first episode.
No, which guy?
One of the guys at the dojo she's going to, she like pops his, she snaps his arm on something. Like the teeth get knocked out in the way that they were like flying and sticking in the wall. I'm like, what are we going for here? I'm like, if that's the kind of thing I'm going to expect, then I want the rest of the show to match that tone, because I'm getting like serious fighting and I'll get teeth sticking in walls. And I'm like, what? I'm confused.
Right,
what am I going
tonally,
for here?
I guess you can be a little confused.
But there's lots of serious moments. There's lots of absolutely beautiful shots, and there's really interesting story bits that I'm down with, and like all the pieces that I want are there. It's just they're woven in between other stuff that I'm like, but I had a feeling as it goes on, I would get more. Those things would fade away into the background for me. But I did like it. I was just going to give the first episode a number. I'd give it like a 6.5. I really liked it.
What do
the
you
color
think of
scheme's gorgeous.
What do you think of the animation?
I prefer traditional animation over.
That's what it is.
Is it
Because
computer?
it's CG, or is it like
Someone's drawn on tablets, and there's things that like the fight scenes were.
There was like
fight scenes were recorded in real life.
There were some intro shots, or like there was some motion in a shot where I was just like, ugh. It's the kind of digital animation that I like stands out and I don't like.
It's the issue that as I see it, it comes up when you take live action stuff and you translate it to animated. It loses the charm of animation, and also some things end up looking strange because.
Is that what this is? This isn't rotoscope though.
The action scenes are all real people. They actually recorded footage of real people, and for some of the scenes, they did line for line draw over, and others they were influenced by the camera angles and the action. So it's a mix. They did like an 8-minute documentary you can watch about how they did all of it. When it comes to animation, I like animation to speak for itself. I don't have anything against rotoscoping or motion capture or anything like that. I get it. But for me personally, it takes away the charm and something I really love about animation, which is seeing the animators express movement through animation itself. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's ugly. It's just I prefer things a different way. But when you're not in the action scenes and it's just walking and moving and shots set up, I think it looks gorgeous. I really like that stuff. So
yeah, there's a couple of shots that are really beautiful. A lot of great colors.
The stuff of the main character at the end in the water, like before the the very end. Some of that stuff was beautiful. It looked really nice, and I loved the framing and the silhouettes. Really gorgeous stuff. So when I like it more when it's playing up more the traditional animation stuff rather than
Keep an eye out for. There's only a couple, but there's a couple of little scenes, and they're usually only shots, like maybe 10 seconds tops, where I was like, is this like Tekken 1 FMV from the PlayStation? You know, like so keep an eye out for a couple of things like that. And like I said, it's only like for particular shots, and you're just like, oh God, this looks really bad.
Well, that's the thing.
comparatively.
Yeah,
So-
with that kind of animation, there can be a scene or a moment where how it's made makes it stick out like a sore thumb because
Yeah.
you're like, just there's an angle they went with something, and you're like, oh, what's
yeah,
going?
there's
This is
something
weird. Yeah.
sometimes with it, but overall, I got used to it and just dealt with it. And like I said, I ended up really enjoying the story and the character arcs and the histories of the characters that go into a lot of the stuff. So
Yeah.
so I liked it
Yeah,
overall. But
I'm
yeah,
sure I will end up liking it a lot by the time it's over.
Same with me. It kind of felt the same as you did after that first episode.
Yeah, he's a comic relief character, at least in the first episode, that I feel the show didn't need at all. I'm okay with it just being a serious show. It's fine, but yeah, he's comic relief without that. At least is where he's in the first episode.
I'm interested to see what you think moving forward with it. I mean, he still plays that comic relief role, but it dissipated. Like the feeling I had dissipated for me.
I mean,
it became a little more endearing.
It could also be totally on purpose because she doesn't like him. I don't like him. We could go on the journey together. I go on the journey of the character. And by the end, I see reasons to feel differently about him. So yeah, I'm sure she will too. That's it. That's all we got. We're done here. Go play some games. Remember, if you're playing Splatoon 3, please be careful. If you feel sick, call it off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. We'll see you next week, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.